What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pits Podcast. Thank you so much for watching last week's episode. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and get into it, honey. What was the title again, Q?
Of last week's episode?
Yes.
Whole lot of gooch, I think.
There we go.
A whole lot of gooch. That was it.
So if y'all haven't caught last week's episode, go catch it. It's really funny, really random. We had a real good time last week, and we were all together this week. As you can see, we're missing two, but that's all right. That might jump in while we're getting things started. So we're just going to go ahead and kick it off. Welcome to the Pits Podcast, where we talk about whatever we want to talk about, open up about the things that we want to open up about. And remember, this is a safe space for you, but not your mess, including our own, because here at the Pits Podcast, we are always respectfully with the shits. It's Jay.
Miss Phoenix, no G. Oof.
Shit, I forgot where you were. Okay.
Clash. All right, Miss Phoenix, no Jean Grey.
It's your boy Q, aka, you know what? I'm so glad you said no, Jean Grey, because why was she one of the most powerful mutants in the universe? But every time they got into battle, Jean magically got a headache. Like, I'm so over that. Then she had to call on Scott or Wolverine.
Honey, she be giving full Phoenix Force realness, honey. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, girl, where is the powers?
I'm so happy y'all caught that why I added that in, because I wanted people to know it's just Miss Phoenix.
Right.
Ain't no Jean Grey here. I was Jean Grey, back in the younger 20s. Right now, no Jean Grey. Don't try me.
You left your weaknesses.
Got you. The Phoenix Force.
Honey, in every story arc, honey, Mama always died, honey. Because they had to kill her because she was too powerful, girl. I was like, girl. Kill them, girl. Kill them all, girl. Lay them out, girl.
Is what she
destroyed the entire earth because she was mad.
Girl, lay them out, girl.
She can find a new earth.
Okay, bitch. All the multiverses y'all got to travel through. It'll be okay.
Report.
Lay them out, girl. Stop with these migraines.
Right.
With you. That's all I ask.
It's too much. With that being said, how are you doing, Miss Phoenix, girl? What's going on? How are you this week?
Child, I did a little gym workout this morning when I shot a little basketball. She was a little hot, but I did it. And that's too much. But I did take an attachment style survey. It's supposed to be whatever attachment style you are in a relationship. Me and a second individual took it, just to kind of compare. And I learned a lot today about myself.
Word.
What's up?
Okay. Good for you. It's giving nigga, I don't know you too well, so take this test.
I'm taking all the therapist tests. What you mean? We may go to dating therapy. You won't get me again, I tell you that.
Oh, girl. You better say when you show up to your first date, and you got homework prepared.
And you know what, side note, that may seem a bit extra, but we're not playing no games with mental health nowadays. Like, do not get in a relationship if you're not mentally able to handle that people are different. So that's why we are taking it slow, the guy that I'm dating, and we are doing these surveys and actually communicating the way that I love languages. Like, we need to know how to communicate. I need to know, hey, if you need a little more affection, let me know, because I'm not as affectionate, but I can be. So it's just like you communicate and stuff. And it's just like, I'm sick of bad habits and stuff. So I don't care how long it takes. Let's do therapy.
Okay. What were you gonna say? Love.
Because your girl got to be your girl building and no room.
What? Okay, Rihanna aside. The therapy part, like, I love that. I think that's good. That is because then you are like getting below surface, and I feel like a lot of people marry people off of surface shit.
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, a lot of people are in relationships, but they don't even talk about finances.
How?
They don't. They talk about looks.
How?
He cute. She cute.
They
That's
don't talk about no
it.
finances, girl. They don't talk
How
about
do you discuss finances?
honey.
Somebody is sticking something in somebody's orifice, and we're not talking about finances.
That part.
Pay me for my pain. But
wait, wait, wait.
But I do agree.
The real shit, though, that's saying, like, basically, you know, finances play a big part in
They
relationships.
do. They do very
Especially when you
much.
start noticing shit, because I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been in situations where I notice something, but then later on there's like a financial crisis situation, and I'd be like, well, because of your bad habits with coinage. So
That is so true.
like we going
That's so
out,
true.
and I don't know if you're trying to impress or whatever, but you buying all this stuff, or you buy $300, $400 worth of groceries, honey, and then you eat them up in 3 days. And now you're going out to eat every day, girl. But then your bills are a concern.
That's a cute example. Try being short on rent because you want to buy your shoes and your clothes and, flex for the ground, flexer.
Honey,
You ain't got nowhere to stay.
it's not giving, honey. So y'all really gotta, those are things people really should pay attention to. Yeah.
I'm communicating.
I mean, if it's a relationship. I mean, if it's
here
just
we go.
fucking, that's fine. But if it's a relationship, girl, pay attention to those things, because one day you gonna move in with him, or he gonna move in with you, and bitch, them same nasty ass habits are going to transfer into your home, bitch. So how you got all your shit in your pantry and you can go and buy $300 worth of groceries, bitch, and make that shit last 2 weeks, and then a nigga come into your house and eat all your shit up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even do cohabitation, so it won't happen. I'm not gonna do cohabitation because I like my place a certain way. We're not doing that. But I will say, I tend to be a little more straightforward just because me and this guy were friends, long-term friends, prior to actually speaking about actually going a route of dating. So I just just out the blue was just like, what's your credit score? I know it may seem a bit aggressive, but him knowing me, he knew what place I was coming from. I'm not asking your credit score to be nosy or anything.
Right.
I'm saying that I actually did teach myself financial literacy to be able to remove things off the credit report and stuff. So if you need a little help, be open to it. So I wouldn't necessarily suggest that you guys go that approach and be like, what's your credit score? But that is a topic that you should definitely hit on: finances, attachment styles, love languages, all of those things. It seems minute, but it's 100% better than asking what's your favorite color. So,
right.
the things that actually don't hold together a
I
relationship.
love that for you. I love that for you and him. That's very grown people type shit. Let's not get too emotionally invested before we know what the fuck is really going on. Also, it seems a habit, honey. A lot of people are really dipping off into their friend zone, honey, and pulling up some gems, honey.
Honey, check it. I'm gonna be like, honey, check your friend zone.
Honey, some of y'all are dibbling and dabbling in the friend zone, honey, and pulling some people out. Girl, go ahead, go.
We overlook while we young because this person cute or he tall. Y'all know it was tall for me back in college. Dumb, but tall.
Girl, very tall. We remember, girl.
If he wasn't tall, she wasn't talking to him.
Honey.
She can't see him.
She wasn't screaming about 6 figures, honey, but she was screaming about 7 feet, honey. 7 feet minimum, honey. 7 feet minimum, honey.
Your girl had a preference.
I mean, basically, it was a manifestation.
Did it manifest? Q, how are you? How was your week? What's been good with you? What's going on?
Work and studying. All I'm gonna say is
studying.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say on this podcast, December, everybody get your shit together before December. Because when December hit, I'm coming in hot.
Yes, for the birthday month. That's okay. Put me a
Things
new
better be
wig
in
in, honey.
motion. Yes, things better be in motion. I love that for you. Good.
Yeah. What about you? What's going on?
I'm well. Things are good, you know, just work and gymming. Trying to gain weight but not eating. So just playing around with oxymorons because those are fun.
Yeah.
I know all too well about that, honey. I've been trying to eat to gain thighs for the past 2 years, honey. It is not working.
Girl, it's not the tea, honey. And then even the tea that I use, honey, it gives very much lose weight because it gives very much suppressed appetite. So I'm like, girl, it's a struggle, but I'm trying to find the balance because but it is what it is. But work has been good, except for they was trying to act a little funny with a couple of days I wanted off, but girl, the trip's booked. So
You just told them to prepare.
The trip is booked, honey. I cannot help you. And I know in the Black community, honey, we does that. We'll book the flight, book the hotel room, then request for the day, honey. It'd be like, well, I can't get my money back.
Right.
So, instead of going through the proper procedures in the handbook that we were handed up on employment. But
I mean, basically, I'm giving you a heads up. I'm not gonna be here them days.
Right. I feel like I'm doing my just do it and not just being a no call, no show.
Right.
Like I'm doing.
Like I already told you, I'm not coming.
Okay.
I told you what date I'm going on vacation.
Girl, that part.
And that.
Right.
So that's been going on. Other than that, really nothing. It's been just regular home life, dealing with motherfucking FedEx and my package. If y'all don't follow me on Twitter, honey, it was a situation with FedEx. They tried to play me about
going off on Twitter.
Try to play me about a package. And then had the driver come back to my door and knock on my door, honey, and tell me he delivered it and showed me where he delivered it. I said, well, why the camera didn't see you? You turned ghost.
Oh.
Therefore.
Well, I put it right here. You couldn't have.
You never walked before.
You couldn't have unless you have special powers and if you work, bitch.
So your house to re-show you where he supposedly put it.
Girl, then talk about, well, how far does the camera? Girl, if you had put it anywhere in this area, the camera would have saw you, Sis Tran. I don't have to tell you the speed and the angle because now this starting to feel real Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I dropped your package off in this one blind spot. Girl, no, the camera can see it all, sis. Girl, so he lied to my face. So I had to call FedEx back and be like, da 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 da. They also reached out to me on Twitter, which I thought was
okay.
They replied to the thread. And we're like, if we can help you, just DM us. I was like, girl, not DM y'all a situation that don't have a bitch. I need to talk to somebody, bitch. Not DMing a stranger. Excuse me. I was like, girl, no. I need to talk to somebody. So then I had to call the company that I bought the shoes from. Da, 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 da.
I told you to.
Right. Not the other day, a man came to the door talking about, oh, I thought this was mine. It's just been sitting in my home. Here's your package. The first thing I thought about was, not that man came to my door and told me he delivered it here, but clearly did not. Clearly delivered it to somebody else. And then I was like, wow, nigga, it's been like 3 weeks. Why are you just not checking your packages? What is going on over there in your household? But also, thank you for bringing me my package back. Also, thank you for bringing my package back. So now I'm gonna have double the shoe because I was gonna call and be like, "Girl, I got the shoe," but then I was like, "Well, bitch, when one per turn up, I get old, bitch. I already have a replacement ready to go."
Well, yeah, I was gonna say go to goat.com and shit, put them sale.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that, honey, because by the time them shoes go bad, but I'm probably gonna be over them when I get rid of another pair of shoes, because but we'll see. But that's a good idea. Thank you. Other than that, everything's been great. Like I said, trying out some new rosé. I'm trying this Kirkland's version right now to see what it gives. It's not really giving.
Looks like.
But I got 2 other bottles in there that I know for a fact give. Because I drunk one last night and then politely got on Instagram, honey, and reviewed a whole movie.
Mm.
Girl, not my story, the little story thing. They so small, they're like little dots.
Oh, not
I
gonna
looked back
say the
at it this
whole
morning and I
episode.
said, not scene for scene.
Wow.
But have y'all seen his house?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Q, you would love this. Number one, it got the not Journey, but the girl that played Journey's sister in Lovecraft Country.
Oh, what was her name? Was it Letty?
Yes.
Character was Letty.
She's a lead actress.
Okay.
Oh,
Movie,
okay.
and it's a horror movie. And you know how I feel about horror, and especially when
Oh.
it's a black horror movie.
She's also she was the security guard, the head security guard in Loki.
Oh, I didn't even peep that.
Yeah. She was the black woman in Loki.
Oh, she's working.
Mhm.
Honey, when you start getting Marvel checks,
Yeah.
go ahead, because she's so pretty to me. She's so beautiful. I live
Yes.
for it. So I was watching this horror movie last night that my cousin told me to watch. And that shit was funny to me, but also really scurry. So I'm drinking, honey, eat my pasta salad, reviewing her. It was real funny. So if you follow me on Instagram, go check it out. It was funny. Anywho, moving right along into our next segment. Miss Phoenix, you want to bring us into the next segment?
I mean, I ain't got the bounce there, KD the great guy, but what's poppin'?
That's right.
So you want the title?
Speaking of movies though, when is this? Is it a movie or TV show with Brandy, Eve, and Natari?
It's a TV show on ABC.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking Cameron is gonna have a part in that,
Ain't he all up in their trailers?
like all up in it. But I must say, like
excuse me.
his chemistry with Brandy, I love their chemistry. I will say that. Like it's like the couple I never knew I needed.
Ooh.
Yeah, better put it together.
Something about Brandy though. I don't know. Something about Brandy sometimes gives me something else that I don't.
Or something else.
I don't know. Sometimes it just gives me very still stuck in like an American beauty princess type of personality. Like I'm just, it gets very much I'm good, I'm shy. I eat donuts for dinner. It just feels very Disney sometimes. But I live for Brandy and I live for her talent. Just sometimes it just gives very much Black Britney. Sometimes. Just sometimes. I'm like, oh, why? Girl, what is I was like, girl, what is all of this? But y'all know what I mean. Like, it's no shade.
I know what you mean.
It's just sometimes it be giving like, okay, girl.
I think she still flashes back.
Okay.
I think it's so ingrained in her at this point. Like sometimes she just flashes back and doesn't know she flashes back.
It's like a Paris Hilton.
Right.
When she's on. And I'm just like, okay, girl, here we go. All right, girl. We so shy, girl, but your daughter is in her 20s, girl. So somebody was fucking at some point in time, girl.
Part.
What is going on? It just sometimes it be not giving what it needs to give. But mama acts and mama sings down. So
yeah. Well,
I don't know if the show's gonna, I hope it does well because all those ladies deserve.
Yeah, you're right. Something else I'm hoping goes well. Tyga deleted his OnlyFans and he launched his own platform called MyStar. What is
called?
MyStar. MYYSTAR. MyStar.
Research for the show.
Right.
Which I would say he's always headed to the bag, so it was a smart move, but also I'm looking to see the legal aspect of it.
You know what? Good point.
Because I
Because
mean, OnlyFans was a great platform until,
right. Yeah, until they
They tried it, but like
Mhm.
without telling all my business, honey. Somebody from that space had made a post that was just like, honey, the people will follow the porn girl. If they liked the content where it was, they will follow that content on whatever platform the actor or content creator places that
Mhm.
right.
content they will follow. And I was like, girl, right, right. So so they'll follow the content. I mean, it is a little shady for OnlyFans because it's like, girl, did nobody even know what you were
Mhm.
until the pandemic hit and the quarantine hit and the girls had to,
Apparently with Pornhub,
take a little
I need to read a little more on it. But they were saying in their clause, a lawyer, I don't know if he's a lawyer or not, he was reading over the guidelines and he stated that they don't even assume any responsibility for any content posted on their website. And the issue was that child pornography was being posted on that website. So to get away from legal action from the federal government, they ended up saying, okay, we're banning any explicit content. So it's just like, I'm not going to assume responsibility for anything that goes on goes on OnlyFans. However, we're going to reap the benefits of it.
Mhm.
people will follow the porn.
Now
y'all know their names, honey. Y'all know where to look, honey. Everybody got their little favorites, honey, their little genres, their little.
Well, I mean, you don't know how some people look because some, follow their Twitter. Follow their Twitter. I'm gonna just say that.
Baby. Baby.
Follow.
And if you really feel some type of way, honey, just make 2 Twitters. Girl.
Right.
just make 2 Twitters, honey. Dedicate one to your social experience. And dedicate the other, honey, to your personal experience.
Right.
Hello.
Exactly.
That's the real thing. That's a great point, honey. Follow their Twitter and you will have all the information you need to know about where the business transactions will be taking place from now on. Okay.
And if you would like to purchase a ski mask, I may or may not know where to buy them.
Not live camera with ski mask.
You know when the ski mask get pulled out, honey, you already know what's going on. No old secrecy scene, honey. Yes.
No face, no case.
Okay. Matter of fact, which I don't even need a ski mask, which I just need a full face covering, girl. A full face covering, honey. I live. But yeah, people will be all right. But OnlyFans, girl, we see what you was trying to do, girl.
Well,
you did reaped all the benefits, girl, for these last couple years.
Speaking of face coverings, did y'all hear about Busta Rhymes going off on stage about fuck your mask? A human being cannot tell another human being how to freely breathe, and that we outside, I quote, we outside now for real. And basically he just stood on stage and said, energy matters and you have to see somebody's face to feel their energy and see them and all of that, basically to a crowd of people.
I mean, that's true. And you know who else feels that way? Miss COVID, because she really likes to interact with the girls. So she really loves to get up close and personal, honey, so she can see and catch the vibe. Miss COVID loves to catch the vibe.
All the time. And now it's a rumor that what is it? Allegedly COVID 22. Yeah, will be following up behind Delta, but I also heard about Lambda, which is supposed to be in between.
But did you hear about Theta Sigma?
Oh, Jesus.
And finally, Omega. Take us out of here.
Listen, I'm all for people having their opinions because Tank somewhat does the same things as far as his rhetoric with COVID goes on social media.
The singer Tank?
Bitch, not the dump truck. So I just feel like it's cool for everybody to have their opinion. But when you know you have, I mean, it goes, you know, with that whole like freedom of speech thing. It's like, well, if I have a platform and something, when this is going on, y'all want me to use my platform to bring more awareness about it because I do have a platform. But then when I say something that y'all don't like, y'all don't want me to use it on my platform because it could be harmful to a great mass of people. I just think you don't really have to say anything. And I think that's okay with certain situations, honey. Just do like Beyonce and Jay-Z and be in the background and just like, I don't know, put money into what you want to put money into and then mind your business when you don't. Like, you could just do that, honey. You don't have to be out here telling us your status as far as your vaccinations. You don't have to be out here telling a crowd full of people not to wear masks. You could just not say any of that.
And you know,
can
I'm
just
fine
perform
with
the
them saying
song
it.
that you were booked to perform.
That part. I'm fine with them saying it as long as you follow anything up, like saying you don't have to get the vaccine, you shouldn't get the vaccine, or you shouldn't wear your mask. Just follow it up with, we are short on ICU beds, and we can't get you in.
Follow,
So
yes,
do what
follow
you
it up with
want.
some
You got
additional
freedom. You
I
got
mean,
all the
honestly,
freedom you want, boo-boo, but we don't have any rooms in the hospital. So
I'm a fan of survival of the fittest. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So,
oh my, like if you don't wear your mask, that's you. But I mean, we don't have any room. So,
yo,
and by the
if
way, if you
you wanna
break your
do it,
leg, you get shot. I'm sorry, you can't come here either. We don't have any room.
work.
my thing, if you don't want to do it and you get sick, I don't want an apology tour. That's what I mean by survival. If you get it and you just down on your luck and you done said all this shit, I'm so sorry.
And science, and just let science. I mean, just let science, and then you just do your best part for your best life. I mean, but then when you start affecting others, that's where it gets a little iffy and a little dicey. Because if you don't want to wear a mask, okay, girl, fine. If you want to get the vaccine, girl, that's fine. That's your business. I recommend that you just stay your ass at home and not be, you know, at venues doing things. But still your business. But when you start telling other people to do things with their health, I mean, granted the CDC does tell, but science, like I feel like Busta Rhymes shouldn't be giving anybody medical advice.
No.
I'll put it that way.
No.
I feel like Tank shouldn't be giving anybody medical advice without saying like, granted, I do say Tank will be like, my opinion, my choice, everybody should make their own choice, their own opinion. That's cool. But not just telling people not to do something as a blanket statement.
Right.
Bitch, what? You might have access to healthcare and a good doctor or whatever the case may be. Bitch, the people that paid the $35 to see you in concert may not.
Different.
So, bitch, now you got them out here wearing a mask, not getting the damn vaccine, catching the shit, and then, you know, dire consequences. And when they writing you and DMing you about I caught it and my medical bills, are y'all paying those folks medical bills when that happens? Because I would feel some type of way, bitch, if I was like a cult follower like that and was just like, oh my God, such and such told me not to take the vaccine, so I didn't take the vaccine and I got COVID. Bitch, I'm DMing you to pay my medical bills because you told me.
Say, hey, went to your show, did exactly what you told me to.
Spent $200 at your show, bought merch. I'm gonna need my medical bills paid.
Up front.
I just, in this day and age, I'm not taking advice from Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry. I'm just not. So, Busta, you could have said that whole speech. I thought we got over y'all making speeches like they just don't make any goddamn sense.
You were
I thought we got past that part.
Oh, we had got through that just a couple of weeks ago.
Right. Like, goddamn.
Like, why can't y'all just do the job that y'all were paid to do? And just take the social part of it as your job, honey. There are so many other celebrities out here that aren't saying anything. People might want them to say something, but they don't have to. And you may be able to catch a vibe via their social media, like if they're team, no vaccine or team vaccine, you may be able to catch a vibe, but they're not directing their following to do a certain thing, honey.
Either you're gonna see them in a mask or you're not.
Right. I mean, that's really it, honey.
That's just it. So Buster, you could have kept that.
He could have kept that.
But Jesus, speaking of somebody who should have kept something. Kanye posted Drake's address on Twitter after he claimed Drake referenced him in a song that said something about 44, 45.
I hate this.
Right. Talking about his age. So Kanye came back, posted Drake's address, but like Drake's address is kind of well known in Toronto. So Drake posted a picture or video of him riding around Toronto smiling. And all his light skinness. Just
it was such a light-skinned post. It was such a light-skinned person's post.
It was.
And I loved it. Thank you, Aubrey.
Oh my
God. That's so lame. Why post his address? Even if it is well known, why would you post his address?
I don't know.
Why would you want to put his life and safety and comfortability at fucking risk, honey? His house just got broke into not too long ago. For one, I don't get how do people just be breaking into these celebrities' houses, bitch. Where is the security?
I don't fucking know.
How you Chris Brown and walk in your house and somebody taking a bath? Like, girl, how did they get here?
Like, why are you here?
How did they get here? And Kanye, bitch, there should be some camaraderie just between celebrities, bitch. Not posting his address where he lives, girl. Now, if somebody did this, honey, and stop showing those stock photos on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and show your wife's or ex-wife's real location, aka the location
you would be upset.
Children, which wouldn't you be feeling some type of way?
Mm-hmm. But some tells me, like, beyond the gates, within Drake's neighborhood, he has more gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was in a gated neighborhood at that type of celebrity, I would have another gate around my house with more security. Because you're not finna get in my shit.
Quiet as it's kept, it would be like, I don't know, some Mojo Jojo, Dexter's Laboratory type shit for me. Bitch, we got booby traps up the driveway, girl.
And my house is sitting on the hill where I can look down and see you coming up that bitch.
Okay, bitch, I need to see.
But release the hounds.
What are y'all beefing for? It's like very late. It's so late. And Kanye, girl, we know how I feel about Kanye. For all y'all still waiting on the album, congratulations. I don't give a fuck.
There for it. Y'all can continue to wait, honey.
Right. Honestly, we and y'all spend a lot of time on that one. Somebody else who's gearing up for an album, Lil Nas X, was just named the Chief Impact Officer at Taco Bell. So he will be
repeat it.
He was named the Chief Impact Officer at Taco Bell. So like his album rollout will, I guess, have a lot of promotion from Taco Bell. Like we will see it. He'll probably have his own meals. Actually, he'll probably be over a lot of menu items because that's part of what an impact officer does.
Ooh, girl,
so
I hate this, and I cannot wait to eat the big dick chalupa, bitch.
But like fun fact, it's kind of all full circle because before he got famous, he was working at a Taco Bell.
Work.
So now he's an impact officer.
Honey, went from work to working, honey. Yes. I mean, I don't eat Taco Bell, but
right.
Go off. I mean, that seems like the wave. I guess with everybody going vegan, honey, these fast food chains are like, bitch, we gotta step our pussies up. The girls are out here eating leaves and lettuce, bitch, grass, turnip roots. Girl, the girls are out here making their own hot sauces, bitch. Like the girls are out here farming again, honey.
A better health, honey.
Their own corn tortillas, bitch. Like,
It is
So these companies are like, bitch, we're gonna have to do what we have to do. But I mean, go off. That's a check.
true.
That's a check. I cannot wait to see all you real thug homophobic niggas still eat Taco Bell. I'm going to live, bitch.
And gonna be eating down on that Lil Nas X meal.
I'm going to live. I mean, go off, Lil Nas. I
If he
mean,
takes over the menu, you're just gonna be fucked.
the names of these hot sauces are going to
I'm
be.
just saying.
Honey, and I thought Sweetie was doing something when she poured barbecue sauce on her French fries.
Oh, huh? Well, I do that.
McDonald's.
French fries
Sweetie
and
got her
barbecue.
own meal at McDonald's.
I heard, but I don't go there.
Me
I haven't been to
neither.
McDonald's in probably
Right.
15 years.
So you know what? Shout out to the Icy gang. Y'all go get checked. Let's see. Well, speaking of another kind of check, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Ooh.
He's rich.
Right.
Okay.
The two faces of Tiffany,
Ooh.
the diamond company.
Ooh.
And of course, we know Tiffany by the Tiffany Blue. And they recently posed for an ad for their Tiffany campaign, and they unveiled this before seen Basquiat painting. And they did it in Tiffany's Blue.
I just know it's going to be in her house. I know they're giving it to her when the ad is done.
No.
And I live.
No.
I mean, bitch, Beyonce looks so fucking good. I mean, just after all these years, bitch, I mean, just looked so fucking good. But we are not surprised by that. I am gagged that she's the first Black woman to wear the diamond or whatever.
Yes.
I'm not gagged that a lot of y'all hoes are like, it's from Africa and it's probably a blood diamond, bitch. Y'all was not saying any of these things, bitch, when you would live for Audrey Hepburn, when y'all live for Lady Gaga with it one girl. None of these conversations was coming up, honey, but because she's a Black girl, now she got to miss out on her Tiffany's bag.
Well, if we want to talk about blood diamonds, then I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all need to look down at your diamonds. If they're real, look down at them because most likely it's a blood diamond.
Most likely, honey. Most likely.
Okay,
Okay, nobody was just walking around and, oh my God, look what I found.
Let me tell it.
Girl, that's not how precious metals work, bitch.
No.
Y'all know so much about science, girl. Y'all are doctors and scientists out here, bitch. Y'all work in labs. Y'all should know this. Girl, y'all should know the process of what it takes to make a diamond, honey. I mean, go off, Beyonce, honey. I feel like this rollout that's happening next year is about to be very, very litty. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Mama has been dropping heat, and we know she don't usually do that unless some things are in motion. She's already said she's working on music. We're ready. We're prepared. And also very not ready and unprepared because the coinage that we're about to have to drop, girl, I don't even know how this is going to work. I don't even know if Beyonce is ever going to go on tour, girl. I don't know how she feels. We don't know how she feels about people gathering en masse and screaming and yelling to all her songs on the beat or whatever. I'm just like, girl, whatever it is, paying for it. Girl, whatever it is, girl.
You better say going. We're going
for it. And I live for Jay-Z. Unpopular opinion, I want him and J. Cole to cut their hair, but that's a whole nother story.
But see, you know what? I thought the same thing at first until I was like up at 4 this morning looking at pictures of Basquiat's. And like, I was like, you know what? Let me just look up Jean-Michel Basquiat. And when I looked him up and I looked at his hair, I was like, oh, okay, I see what Jay-Z was doing because it was like the same. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. I see it.
I see it too. I'm just ready for a new look. I mean, I get it. Dudes just can't be out here switching their wigs like the girls. But every now and then, I would just love to see something different. Just sometimes, honey. Just sometimes. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Beyonce's hairstylist girl for giving me that B-Day fantasy. because that's my favorite hairstyle era that Beyonce has ever had, is the hairstyle from B-Day, bitch. And girl,
Yeah.
you worked out, girl. You slayed, girl, because it was giving very B-Day vibes. If this bitch
B-Day was an album.
hey, bitch, I'm screaming. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, B-Day was an album. But I was gonna say something about Megan Thee Stallion album. Well, you know, she just the courts ruled in her favor, Megan Thee Stallion, that she can release a remix to one of her songs with BTS. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Tory Lanez violating her restraining order.
What happened?
You know, at Rolling Loud when the baby brought him out.
Oh yeah. He was yeah.
The judge actually ruled that he was in violation of his restraining order because Megan was there headlining. So he had to pay $250,000 today. Well, he had to post bail today for that. And of course, you know, he posted and, you know, he was caught leaving the courthouse and all of that. Thoughts on Tory Lanez?
So ugly.
I mean, you knew better. I feel like you just wanted to give them money. So you made a statement, they made a statement. Because I mean, if you know you already got a restraining order against you, like let the legal aspect sort itself out. But
Right.
you purposely went to Rolling Loud. You purposefully performed with the baby. So you put two and two together. We know what you was doing. You were sending shots. Them shots got sent right back to you. So
You had to pay for them hoes.
there you go.
$250,000 worth.
I'm like, nigga, let it go. Let it go, honey. Set us free. Set us free.
And at this point, them even being mentioned in the same sentence, it's just like, I just feel like she's elevating on her career. He should move on with his. Like all this back and forth, indirects and subliminals. It's y'all are grown. Get over it.
And
Maybe either we gonna shoot him back or we put him on a restraining order. Restraining order. That's the answer.
Okay.
Now, either you getting your lick back or you gonna leave me alone. You can't roll loud. You didn't went to jail again. I ain't had nothing to do with it.
Like you're just not making it easy for yourself. You're not making it easy for yourself. There will always be a space for you. Because niggas love you because they do shit like that in real life too. So there'll always be a space for you in entertainment. But just let it go and do what you need to do and just move on. Like move on. If you don't want to admit anything that occurred, fine. But just stay out the way. Like stay out your own fucking way at this point. Like when the baby calls you for some bullshit like that, bitch, where is the part of your brain that's like, oh, that would be petty and funny? But where is the other part of your brain that be like, bitch, I'm already going through a lot. There's already a lot.
Does he even have representation that would be like, hey, this is not...
Thank you. Like somebody should have said, no, Megan is headlining there. Why would you even go there?
Yeah, because to me, it just kind of seems intentional. Like no one said, okay, you knew she was headlining there and you knew you had a restraining order. So it's like.
It's almost like the girls don't have management now.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't. I don't know. But it almost feels like nobody has real management. They have their cousins, their sisters, their uncles acting as fucking PRs. And it's like, girl, where is your management team that listens to your legal team, that listens to your fucking accountants? Like, where is the team that's listening to each other so they can manage the direction of where their career should go? Do we not do those anymore? Bitch, was Matthew Knowles the last fucking person that managed their artist? Like, where is the management for these artists? Or are the labels just giving them this money with no team, no support, and just sending them out on their way?
I actually need you to find out what Matthew is, because I would actually like to message him about an idea that I have. Because I need for him to step into a situation that I'm watching go down, and I need Matthew there.
Work. He ain't hard to find. DM him.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I just be getting so frustrated Because it's easy, honey. Like the girl that's at the top of the game that y'all live for, and then y'all idolize and y'all like, oh, her journey and then what she's done for the culture. Da, 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 da. She's right there as the blueprint. You could just follow the blueprint. You shouldn't have to make all these mistakes. You should just have a blueprint to follow. So many people do. I mean, girl, you can even really look at Brandy, honey. Look at those couple of years that the world was really not feeling Brandy after she killed that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, Brandy sat the fuck down, shut the fuck up, went to therapy, did what she had to do legally. And then the next time we really heard from her, honey, mama was just, it was like, I'm acting and I'm singing still. Because those are the things that I do. Not all the other roo rah shit. Y'all, it's like y'all don't, well, maybe some of y'all have to do that because there is no talent to back it up if you don't. That also could be the case. Because can you fall back on the talent? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe these hoes know that they can't fall back on the talent. So they have to keep up the mess to keep the checks coming in.
He would have teamed up with her. They would have been great on a record together. Like I felt like they could have created something, but I mean, to the aspect of someone ending up shot in the foot, like I don't want to be around you either. I don't care if it was an accident or not.
I don't even, right, I don't
You're
care.
unsafe around weapons, like.
Right, you are unsafe, ho.
And you too short for that shit because you down there. I can't see you all the time. I don't know what you're doing down there. And you know you move.
Like, get your hands at your pockets.
Right. Like my little nephew, you move too quick for me. Okay.
Looking like a little gremlin running around. Work. Leave us alone, Tori girl. Go home. Go home, Roger.
Right. And last but not least, have y'all seen the crate challenge? What do y'all think about the crate challenge?
Black people. Black people. Black.
They don't have insurance.
Negresses. Niggettes, honey, nigglets, whatever.
I ain't gonna lie. I like niggettes. I like that one.
Y'all mama is not working and getting that raggedy ass insurance that most jobs give for your ass to be out here doing this, breaking your body all up, bitch, for TikTok. Where is the abundance of crates coming from, honey?
That part, like where
I haven't seen a milk crate, bitch, and I don't know when. So where are y'all getting all the crates from? And why? How did we get here? I mean, girl, if y'all wanted to be gymnasts, just say that. like if y'all want to be gymnasts, just say that. There's other routes. There's other routes for this, honey. And some of y'all know damn well, bitch, it's hard for you to walk up steps, regular steps. Bitch,
get along some crates.
Okay. And your ass want to climb up some crates. Okay. All right. It gives very much the same thing where it was like, let me eat this Tide Pod. Why? Why do you want to do that?
I don't get it.
I forgot that happened.
Right. And this will be the same thing in like a month. I'm just like, why? How did we get to this place?
Did it happen to a lot of?
Yes.
It did?
Yes.
Like the warning sign is all on the container now.
What the fuck?
Do not eat.
Right. We didn't have to be told that.
I'm just gonna say, why are our kids playing in the washing powder? Get your ass out the washing powder.
Honey, why are our children out here watching on TikTok and deciding to be like, oh, I'm gonna do it too?
First of all, we don't have Tide Pods to be wasting.
Girl, like Tide Pods is cheap, honey.
Kids sound like multiple clothes and laundry.
Girl, okay. You You can tell you're dealing with children, honey, that haven't had to pay for nothing yet, bitch. Because for one, if your mama can afford Tide Pods, it's giving me very much, y'all probably got an HG washer and dryer, girl. And I know your mama is not up in here buying this expensive ass detergent for y'all asses to be wasted, and she gotta pay to go get your fucking stomach pumps.
Tell me about it.
Like, I don't.
Because them prices are high.
The crate challenge.
They are.
And then the whites started, and I'm just like, oh, girl.
Let them have it, shit.
Please. I'm like, girl, not a trend.
Let them have it.
Not a trend. I mean, I get it. You know, we did silly shit as kids too and put our lives on the line probably daily, honey, in the name of fun. But I'm just like, these aren't kids that are doing it though. These aren't 90-pound children walking up fucking milk crates. That would have been okay. But you light, you're gonna fall light. It's okay, bitch.
You're gonna get up laughing.
Some of you grown assholes, bitch, the arthritis is already creeping in. not you trying to break your fucking back and hip. Climbing up.
In the video, like the guy was on the tallest column, and this boy just walks up and kicks it over. And I'm just like,
No.
like the crate hit him all in the chest like this. He landed. I'm like, okay, so death is this the end goal? Are we seeing who can die first? Or who should cross it out?
Like malleable objects, bitch. If you fall on a crate, bitch, the crate's not gonna give, bitch.
Oh no. No.
Bitch, those pointy edges of the crate's not giving.
All I can say is you gonna do the challenge, aim for the ground.
That part, but you might just want to jump and leap towards the ground. That's no better bad.
Mr. Crates.
Because them crates are going to fuck you up. And like Miss Phoenix said already, you're not getting into the ER, bitch. You're not getting in. Okay? You're not getting in, honey. You're going to have to go home, explain to your, really all of you Negroes is grown from what I have seen. So to explain to your grown ass spouse what you did today and why your body mangled and you can't go to work. Just imagine, I want you to say it first before you do it. Just have like a pep talk to yourself. So if I get hurt, when I come home to my wife, let me see, how do I, all right, so baby, let me explain. So there's this thing on TikTok called the Crate Challenge. Nigga, get out my house.
I was just gonna say.
Get
you say about
out my house because you're going to work.
Cass, wheelchair or not.
We'll
take the whole hospital bed there if you need to.
Hello.
I'll do something. But yeah, Black people, y'all be safe out there.
I get y'all bored, but be safe.
I mean, we creative people. Come up with something else.
Where are the milk crates coming from? I just don't understand.
And that they stealing from the grocery store freezer.
Probably so.
Because if it be in the grocery store freezer, like produce area.
And then how do you get the crates to the location? Because there's so many crates.
You put them in your car.
Bitch, I feel like crates are so big, you can only get like 4 crates in your back seat. Because they so big.
It's a good bit of crates that build the structure that they walking over.
I mean, we care about our car. So we'll probably only get like 2 crates in the car.
So they can't go right
in the back.
I don't want nothing scratching. I don't want nothing too pressurized on my seat. I don't want nothing scratching the damn doors. Ain't that funny as a kid? And we used to slam our mama's doors. But now as an adult, bitch, I wish you would get out of my car and slam my fucking. I don't know what that's gonna do, but don't slam my door.
I know what it do for me. It makes my damn heart drop. You slam my door.
Yeah,
it feels disrespectful.
Very.
Don't be slamming my door, honey. Don't get in my car and start controlling things. Because that's the quickest way to get in the bag, honey. That's the quickest way. Honey, get in the bag.
Honey, I keep people out the car. I have no issue. You can get out.
Okay,
Oh.
like it's just so funny, honey, how we're starting to turn the page as far as our adulthood goes. It's like, child, now I really get it. Now I really get it.
Hmm.
It's the working all the time for just the basic necessities, honey. And then
Right.
when you do get ready to take a vacation, honey, it's like, oh my God, bitch, now I gotta pay to get there and then pay for like lodging and then we gotta eat and we want to eat good and then da 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 da. So now
Hmm.
you gotta get back and you gotta work to build the accounts back up. I'm like, oh bitch, this is draining.
Right. Like, where's my passive income?
Right, like this
I need
is
some additional strength.
draining.
Mhm.
And then you got certain people in your life that be like, oh, come visit, come do this and come here and come here.
Like, how are you getting there? Because no,
Why am
no,
I always
Y'all
coming
know how I feel
to
about visiting.
no.
And I had 2 children and 2 adults visit me from the family. I'm not coming to see nobody.
That's how I be feeling sometimes. I'm like, come visit, pay. You send me the ticket and I'll catch the flight. If you want me to come visit, like, no, but traveling is not free. I don't know who thinks that. Who thinks traveling's free? Well, you can drive. That is still not free.
Oh God.
I love the when you coming home. Never do you need a little money to come home?
And now as an adult, when you
Be asked that.
drive on road trips and shit, like, my God, when I tell you I went to New Orleans the other weekend, and that Friday night, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out. You know, I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna do all this shit. Y'all, I got there that Friday, got in the bed, and did not wake up until 11 the next day.
Yes, for the sleeping vacation.
Old
Go
and
to another
tired.
city to go to sleep.
Old and tired.
Something I would do.
Child, old and tired. Bitch, stopping to get gas, just be like, oh, but y'all even want to get out of the car to pump the gas. Child, and then I'm the type to be like, bitch, if I get to a half a tank, we gotta find a gas station. Because I'm not gonna play with nobody's running out of fuel, bitch. Like half a tank, I'm looking for a gas station. And you so right.
There for it.
You travel and then you get to the place, and we used to be like immediate. You know how we used to be. We would touch that before we could even touch down in New Orleans, honey. We'd be like,
Oh,
when we saw the mistake, when we saw the dome, honey, everybody is like, well, roll the blunts, finish the daiquiris.
Margarita shop, the little drive-through, little margarita drive-through.
Yes. Finish the daiquiris. And as soon as we touch it down, honey, light the blunts and let's go. Now it'd be like, bitch, let me catch a nap.
Exactly.
And can we get something to eat first? Can I get some fuel in my system before we really just hit the ground running? Bitch, old and tired, but you know, I feel like this is what our parents was talking about.
Y'all remember we used to go back to the room and we'll roll a blunt and then we'll go back out. But now we go back to the room, like, that's it. I'm not going
back downstairs, but I'm not walking. Either we're gonna party in the room for the rest of the night, or we're going to sleep.
Make up your mind. Either you stay in or out.
What do we do? And if we sit too long and it's too undecisive, once I start taking off my shoes and clothes, bitch, we're really done. We're done.
Rub them legs together.
We're done, honey. Because I be the type, like now, when I come home, immediately, first thing, bitch, I'm taking off my outside clothes. I immediately take off the outside clothes, but just time to get comfortable, bitch. I'm inside. It's time to get comfortable. It be feeling weird to me to like sit on my couch in jeans. I'm like, bitch, this feels way overdressed to be inside my home anyway. Like this feels way too overdressed to be inside. I've been feeling that way on vacations and trips too. I mean, we have something coming up, but I feel like it's been so long since we've been together. It's gonna be a real vibe. It's gonna be a vibe. Me and Q are going to be high boots because Katie is needed to, stay safe. Because Mama has a career coming up.
Right.
Miss Phoenix, we'll let you hit once, girl, because we know what you give.
Because she is at the point, if she get anywhere close to the room, it's over. She got our asses behind.
It's done.
I kept telling Avery, she is not coming back down. Avery's like, oh, she said she was coming back down here. I was like, Avery. She went
Avery
up
can party all night, honey.
no.
You got one bar to take me to when we leave that bar. I'm going home.
And that's what happened.
If she get too high, it's a wrap. If she get too drunk, it's a wrap. And the type of friends we are, we don't be like, okay, well, bitch, walk back to the room. No, we all have to go, bitch. It's a group expedition. So once we all back in the room, honey, it'd be like,
not out at the bar looking at y'all like, you gonna have one more drink?
Okay. We have to be careful because, Q's a night owl, KD is a night owl, I am a night owl. So when we all out together, we have to be like, girl, which drink is Miss Phoenix on, bitch?
Right, because we got to take her back.
We got to take her back. Like, how far are we away, bitch? How far are we away from the destination, honey? Because if she can feel that it's close, she's going home. She's going back to the room, honey. And that's the period. But I'm excited to have fun. But is that, we didn't get all sidetracked. Was that all for the hot tops?
Did we get sidetracked? I forgot we were recording.
Not called it the hot tops.
Well, what's poppin'? Thank y'all.
All for what's poppin'?
Forgot what we were doing here.
We just started having a conversation. That's it. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Thank you, Q, for those topics. Also, shout out to Brittany living her best life on Instagram. Go here, girl. I mean, mental health is really something, and we should joke about it. But as an adult, I just be looking out into the world sometimes, and I'd be like, bitch, all the signs were there.
Yeah.
All the signs were always there. But as a youth, honey, your brain's not developed, so you don't receive information the same. But when you grow up and you look back, you be like, ooh, girl, this don't feel the same that it used to feel like. This been seeming off. This been seeming a little wrong, honey. But here we are. What do we have to do? Move the fuck on. That's all we got to do. So with that being said, let's move right on into our main topic for the week, which is going to be led by Miss Phoenix. No, Jean Grey.
That's right.
Don't forget it. Because I will not get a headache on you.
If she do, honey, it's your fault.
This topic could be real short, I can't call it cute. I'm not gonna call it cute, but let's start off with a little story time. So it was the year 2010, freshman year of college for me. And I happened to be walking to the cafeteria. You guys know we love to walk around campus and stuff. So just kind of walking to the hub or whatever that section was. This boy, I'm choosing my words carefully. This boy walks up and he's like, it's college, it's freshman year, y'all. I don't care. Can I get your number? You know, how you doing, beautiful? Can I get your number and stuff? It's freshman year, why not? If you get the number, if he's talking, you don't like it, we ghost. You ghost freshman year. Right. No one gives salutations and conversations. So after receiving my number, not even 3 minutes later, guess what I received? Unsolicited penis pic.
Wait, how? What?
In 2010?
Right. Yeah, 2010, absolutely.
I didn't know.
2010, 2011, because 2010 would have been the fall semesters when we started. So it'd be that fall, spring semester.
So not even like
Not let me act like it's too old, honey, because now that I think about it, the kids were sending pictures of our body. Well, they're
okay. Yeah, we were doing that, but it was
very much nude. It was a
nude.
nude.
Very much nude.
So I guess my topic is now, let me say to that situation in particular, that is not cute.
What time of day was
Maybe,
it?
huh?
What time of day was it?
It was daytime. You were with me, actually. You were
Oh,
walking with
goddamn.
me.
This is
Perhaps
what you
Kim
think in the
was walking
daytime?
with me. It was in the daytime. Kim was walking with me. We
Goddamn.
were all
That
walking
nigga's
to the
rude.
hub. You know, we all do that together.
He
So
could
3 minutes later, he sends me a penis pic. Now, be mindful walking through campus. We got on just t-shirts and pants or something. So it's not any seduction when it comes to dressing. It's not like I'm carrying myself a certain way.
It's not giving
But-
her club.
Right. So the topic for today is to send news or to not, because I feel like when you first meet a person, that's a little too soon. Like, do not send me no news. I do not want to see that the first time I speak to you. And especially like 3 minutes after I give you my number, now you blocked.
Right. Well, of
Yeah.
course. You know, we always say read the room.
Exactly.
Bitch, read the room. Like Q said, bitch, what time of day was this? Bitch, now I'm finna go eat lunch and you sending me Peni on my phone. And I don't even know your name really. Which I don't even really know you. See, this is gonna sound real crazy. This would make sense in the land of the fags because we do shit like that.
Oh my God.
That makes sense in the land of gun drops. That makes sense, honey. That makes sense, honey. Because the gays, we really be, we'll meet somebody, but you see, you still have to read the room because we know what the energy gives. The energy gives, which the only reason I'm talking to you because I found you attractive, and we're not really trying to talk. We just trying to show me the things that I'm going to be working with later so I can go ahead and accept or decline now.
Well, hope y'all understand that.
So
Then
your
cool.
situation,
If it's consensual, yeah. Both of y'all understand that it's consensual, yeah.
right? But when it's the non-consent,
Like 3 minutes after I gave you my number,
I
I'm not.
don't know you, and you didn't approach me with the vibe, and I didn't give you the vibe of just like sex. Like I didn't give you that vibe.
Right.
I gave you the vibe when you asked for my number. I really probably want you to just stop talking to me. So let me just give you my number so you can move along. 3 minutes later, not a face pic, not a pectoral pic, not a what dorm you stay in, just straight to, and if it's 2010, honey, I can already imagine the angle and the poor lighting. So I'm just like,
it was real Android vibes.
Right.
It was giving Android
very
vibes.
much. The picture popped up on my phone, but in my messages it was real tiny. So I had to click on it to make it bigger. It was giving real pixelated tease.
That's security footage. Y'all know Android like security footage.
I don't like that. And I like when I say room, I don't know if those are skills that just everybody doesn't have.
I mean, like I said, if it's consensual.
Use the word vibe, but bitch, when you talk to somebody, there's a certain ambiance from the conversation. Am I wrong?
Very much.
Like, when somebody approach you, you can kind of tell what it's giving. Or you should be able to. Either it's the vibe like, oh, you seem cool, kind of want to get to know you, something like that. Or it be the vibe of, I'm strictly trying to fuck. You should be able to tell the difference between the two. And if you don't know, bitch, err on the side of caution.
Right. I just feel like it should have been like,
I don't like that just sending the nude pic and there hasn't even been conversation had.
Correct. Like, just make sure it's consensual, because like that kind of freaked me out. It's just like, if I had this strange man just in a empty room, like, would you flash me your genitals as soon as I meet you? Because that's equivalent to what you just did. Hey, we met, we exchanged numbers. We still don't know each other. Right. So, that's probably one the way to go. But I would say it's a no.
Or was he older? Do you know?
Yeah, it looks like a freshman. Looked like he was a freshman.
That is real. Not okay. So not just came in hot and heavy, ready to spread
Not
his
right.
seeds,
Mhm.
honey.
But see, they probably went back to the girls he was used to dealing with. And
Mhm.
different people they accept different things. And like, so whereas you would want a conversation and you would want to get to know them and all of that, you have some people who are just like, oh
Well, you're
well,
so crazy. Oh my
right,
God.
let me
Cuss you out.
fuck now. Like, yeah, let me fuck now and we can figure out the rest later.
Right.
You have people like that.
You've
So
never given off that vibe.
that's what I was gonna
And
say.
like I said, it was a hello, hey, can I get your number? So I didn't expect that to come next. Like, maybe a hey, I just got your number. This is such and such, to reintroduce yourself to make sure I save your number in, but
That
not a
part.
penis pic, because now it's just a number and a penis pic, and I do not know your name.
Oh, see, that's creepy as fuck. I've never asked for somebody's number one. If I ask for your number, bitch, unless we are clear that I'm about to text you so you can also have my number, I'm not texting you right away. And of course, this is back then when single. If I ask for your number, unless it's understood that I'm even going to communicate with you right away, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wait, bitch. Like, bitch, I just got your number. Let me just let the situation breathe for a moment. Okay. But you have never given off the vibe like, bitch, I'm just trying to bone tonight.
Right.
So you've never given up. Now the rest of us can't say the same. Because sometimes we used to give very much whore mentality. That was our vibe.
I didn't know
No, that would make sense, but it would also be like at night, bitch, not, midday.
That's another thing I was gonna say. Like, usually when you give your number to somebody during the daytime, you'll wait till that night and see if you can come see them, y'all can go out, and y'all like talk or whatever. You don't send a fucking dick pic without even sending your name. Like,
Disgust.
no.
Disgust. I do not approve.
I don't
Even in today's time,
that was okay.
No.
And see, I guess that brings me to
Or vice
nudes.
versa, girl. Just don't be sending your body parts to somebody and they didn't ask to see your body parts.
It's kind of weird if I got a guy's number and was just like nude pic out the bat. Like it. I mean,
Well,
acceptable, but still weird. Like, still weird. Like, it's weird to me. So, I guess. So when it comes to news, when it comes to sending news, we're all adults here. So when it comes to sending news via relationship, marriage, via dating, at what point do you think you would send a nude, or if you would send a nude? In my older years, I don't think I would do it. Younger, I probably would have. We were dating, talking, or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, show a little leg, but whatever.
Like I said earlier, no face, no case. So if I send a nude, now I'm evil, like I will angle, my body a certain way so you won't even catch all of a tattoo that I have. And if I'm really, getting into it, I might put like a shirt, but I might not pull it like so far up. Because I got tattoos on here. So I might not pull it so far up, but I'll lift it up so you can see my core.
See, how do we get so smart and everybody else is so fucking stupid?
Shit, I think it's because it's, probably how we were raised. We were raised in good homes,
A good home.
Good man, Savannah. I'm so serious though. It really seems like there is just such a lack of social understanding in situations like that. I just don't understand. I mean, I'm all down for a nude pic, honey. Live, because angles are important. Light is important. What's the vibe you trying to give is important. Now, if you're just sending a picture of meat, it's kind of boring at this point. Granted, also not happening at this point. except from my man. But just, I don't know. You got to be a little creative with it. It just can't be regular degular. And it also, you got to pay attention to what's going on in the background of the situation. Because I'm looking at the whole photo. Okay? Like, I'm receiving everything that the media has to give. Okay? So, bitch, if it's in the bathroom and the toilet is giving not clean, it's giving no. If it's giving your house is a mess in the background, it's giving.
Yeah, I'll look at details.
Girl, all of that. I mean, granted, that's not the focus of the image, but bitch, you sent the image. You have full control over what's happening creatively when you send the photo. So I don't mind a nude. Of course, you have to be careful as far as like who you sending it to and do you trust them? Are they respectable? Or you could always just err on the side of caution. And if they do try to expose something, which they could be anybody. But yeah, I was texting you at one point in time, but bitch, that could be anybody's body. You could also go into it with that frame of mind. But I think it's cute to like send a little something every now and then, you know, just, especially if you're not like in the presence of the person.
That's true. Distance.
A little something because I consider that like a part of foreplay.
And I would say, like, if you are talking to this person, y'all will know when y'all get to the point of like within conversation, when it'll get to the point of, hey, can I send you something? Or hey, like, baby, let me see this, or let me see what you're wearing and all of that. Like, you will know when it gets to that point. You just, you know, don't just fire off a goddamn nude out of nowhere. I mean, unless y'all are married,
indecent exposure.
Right. Unless we are married. And even like, I think if we were married, Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, weren't you check and see like what type of environment he's in? Like if he's in a meeting or something, or do you just fire off a nude?
Yes, after a certain period of time of knowing a person and knowing their schedule, but also that depends on the type of person it is. You know what I'm saying? If he's busy in a work situation, no matter what I send, he's not going to check the text when he's in a situation that's of business. But I know that about him. Everybody might not be that way. Your man might open all your messages, bitch, in front of all his homeboys, bitch, with the camera like this so they all can see.
That's embarrassed on him because my body looks good, honey. I wouldn't do that. I for sure wouldn't do that. No.
She's got you gotta know your partner.
You don't expose that, honey. Good joke's on you. Just working with perfection over here.
You better say you just gave them the passcode to steal your woman.
Yeah, like, that's going to be my next question too. It's just like, how do you deal with leaked nudes and things of that nature? Because me personally, like with the guy I was dealing with that we actually did exchange nudes or whatever, I just don't see him as a person that would leak it. If you do, I think he knows me personally to know how I would respond to it. So I don't even think we want to go down that route. But it's just kind of like, to me personally, I like privacy. I mean, otherwise I would have simply put the nude on my page for the world to see. So it was not meant for the world to see. Right. So if you're going to disrespect me and just show my nudes, like, I mean, first of all, you lost because I look good naked. I don't care, you know, but again, it was a private picture. It's not for the world.
Right.
I think first I would check out what the legal action is in that state. Like if it was to the point where, okay, first, if it's a leaked nude, of course, I'm gonna be like, okay, no face, no case. That could be anybody. But if it gets to the point where it gets out, because you know how some people are, if it gets out and you know it spreads or whatever, then I'm gonna check on legal action and see what are the criminal charges for that state. Because if you don't want to play nice, then we don't have to play nice.
That part.
Oh, she almost fell.
I'm just gonna say, nigga.
My bad, y'all. I was like, oh girl, what's going on? I mean, I agree with that, especially in my younger days before I had, so many identifying tattoos. Because I did have someone threaten to like leak something, back when it was like, oh, bitch, I'm gonna put this on Facebook. Girl, okay.
It's different. Okay.
That was way back when I didn't have no identifiable marks, really, honey. And if you knew, you knew. And then I also wasn't embarrassed. So it was like, okay, do what you feel you need to do. I just think it's real, like beyond petty. Try to do that because you're mad at somebody. This gives real bitch vibes. Like, why would we do?
Very much so.
Like, what's the point and what are we trying to do? Like,
because personally, like when people send y'all nudes, like for me personally, if anyone has ever sent me a nude, and if y'all are watching this show, I know if anyone has ever sent me a nude, if our relationship or our time together is like ended, I delete that off my phone. Like I'm not saving it. I'm not saving any pictures of you. I do that personally. It's just because like once I move on, I don't necessarily want to see this person naked again.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I have no reason to have this in my phone. Me personally, when it comes to like pornography and things of that nature, I don't really like to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not for me. It's different things for different people, and to just actually watch it and do it, I don't really get stimulation from it. So like the videos and stuff does nothing, but it's flirty.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you like the memories and stuff?
No. It's
like shit, you just block them out. Like they don't exist no more.
Yeah, like you're dead to me.
Because I look for good memories from time to time.
But about the memory, like, if fuck it, I'm gonna just get candid. If I'm masturbating to a memory, I get in that memory and I get out. Like I go back and I visit it, I bust that nut, then I leave. I get out that memory.
I think what's different for me is just like, I feel like, see, when I say this, I feel like y'all gonna be offended when I say this. A penis is a penis to me. I mean, it varies in size, color, shape, and things of that nature, but a penis is a penis. So when you send a penis, I mean, if you send two penises, they pretty much look the same. They just vary in size, color, shape, girth, things of that nature. So there's no reason for me to keep that in my phone because the picture of a penis doesn't stimulate me. I love men very much, but the actual picture of just a penis, like what, you just rolling in a circle or something? It's not like, you know what I said? Like it, to me, like I could do something seductive. I'm walking at lingerie and stuff. That's sexy. But a guy just standing with his Johnson out like that, I mean, it's not sexy to me. Now, if my man sends it to me, it's gonna be, oh, thanks, babe. We play the part. But it's just like it doesn't involve stimulation for me when I get a dick pic.
There's nothing sexually appealing about it after some point of time, and there's no artistic backing, so there's no reason for visualizing or looking at it. See, can't relate. See, because the image for me will get my mind back where it needs to be for the environment that I'm trying to create in my head. So like Q said with the masturbation, like, honey, because some things are so long ago, but if you still have some type of documented proof of the situation, it's like, oh, now I remember exactly what the fuck was going on and what had happened was. And then it's like, okay, let me get my mindset directly back in that exact same frame of mind at that time. I want to be exactly there, and I bet I need to remember how the shit looked. Okay, I need to remember what was going on. So I kind of disagree there, but then again, like you said, different things for different people. Because I mean, I've spoke about an ex before on the show, and there was a footage situation. And that person kept the footage situation. Because then I moved and I went to college and I never really came back home. So I never really had a space to receive. And then at the beginning, after the situation was over, it was like, I want to keep this as a memory, da 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 da. And then later in life, I'm just like, ooh, bitch, like, that person be moving all the time and he has so many houses. Like, what if the shit like fumbles into the wrong space? But then I automatically think like, I don't even look like that no more. like I think
But
back.
I had a different wig on. Okay.
Right. But you had long hair. My hair was dyed at the time. I didn't have any tattoos. The camera quality was very poor, bitch. It was like a white ghost and then I don't know, bitch, Blade, bitch. It was just black and white, but you can't even make out facial features. So I was like, oh girl, whatever. But see, that doesn't bother me because I also like had a trust level with the person. So it's like, okay, they would never intentionally just give that to the masses. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who am I anyway? Like, who am I to expose? Girl, back when I was like 20. What's the tea? But yeah, no, I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind keeping things. Cause I be liking record proof of things that have happened, unless they're like disrespectful to my current situation. It's like,
Gotcha.
Okay, no, cause I still have all my phones. I've never got a new phone and given them back my old phone ever. So I literally have every phone since like my Nokia brick. So honey, the things are present, honey, because sometimes it just be like that.
Yeah, they feel like that sometimes, and you know,
it just be like that.
If you do keep stuff like that, like on your phone now, look into Keep Safe. It's an app where you can like put a code on it, and if somebody put the code in wrong, then it'll automatically just take a screen snap of whoever it was that was trying to use your phone. And the next time you log into it to look at your pictures, then it's gonna pop up on your screen who was trying to do it.
That's
so Keep Safe. Y'all look into that. I have that. That's because I too sometimes, you know, like to go back and visit some files. But again, I visit those files and I get the fuck out. You know, you don't open those files and just sit there like fucking Wanda and WandaVision, like, ooh, what if? Let me think
We're
about
not
this.
reminiscing over emotions.
No.
That's not
that would be the difference between the female and the male. See, there would be a difference between the female and the male too, because I'm not going to say for women, for me. Not gonna say for women, for me, it's a mental thing. So without that mental connection, it's not gonna be anything pleasurable or sexual. So I guess with y'all, when you see it, it's just like, it's a detachment, it's just a sexual thing. But for me, like if I was gonna look at somebody, I probably have feelings for that person or something. But I mean, if we break up, like I'm not gonna keep your picture in my phone.
I mean,
even pictures of us at the park or anything, like all of that is deleted. Nudes, time together, I'm deleting everything. So and it's nothing against that person. I just don't desire it in my space. Like, I don't need to look back at that and be like, ooh, I might need to have a little session of masturbation with it. No, I'm not going to do it.
But you know what I have found? Like, I will go back in, because I forget I have Keep Safe, but I will go back in like every couple of months and I'll just go through and I'll just start deleting little stuff. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time for that to go.
It's ran its course.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like now it's just here because it's here. It's not even doing anything anymore. So why are you here?
Right.
Because honestly, it'd be like, especially if it's like a masturbation thing, then it kind of goes into the space of it's like, oh bitch, okay, now I'm just over this scene or this video altogether. Like I don't need to see this ever again at this point. Like I've done what needed to have been done with this, and now my brain is like prepared to move on to like the next whatever the situation is.
My brain wants something different now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can see your point, Miss Phoenix, because you don't really get into porn or anything like that anyway. So it would make sense that like keeping something visual would really mean nothing unless the person was still important to you.
That part, like FaceTime me, and if we FaceTime and we still talking, so you know, I don't see the pictures.
Hello. I mean, but speaking about news, because I'm glad you brought this. This is a very interesting topic, and obviously we have very different. Different situations revolving the issue. Because the lifestyle that I have lived, like I said earlier, it would just be like common child, if you get somebody's number, depending on the situation, we know what it is. Send the things. Like send the things or send the location. Like, because that's what it was
Either or.
giving. That's what it was giving. For you, it was never really giving that. So my thought process is, I wonder what the person is thinking that's initiating the nude. Like, have you ever been the person that was like, without any context, you chose to give the person whatever based off of what you were thinking was going on in the situation? Have you ever been the person that was like, oh, I think this is this. I'm initiating this shit and I'm gonna set it off?
It's crazy you just asked me that, because the answer, I've never asked for a nude unless I was asked first. And I never bring up that topic. I don't think that's on my mind when I first, when I'm meeting someone, just like, oh, I just want to see. Like, I never initiate that type of conversation. It's always initiated to me.
I can see that. Q?
I've been in situations where, somebody walk up to me and be like, hey, yo, my cousin think you cute. Turn around, look at the car. Next thing you know, it's
sounds very Jackson. Go ahead.
Don't it sound Mississippi? Ooh, I hate that shit. I do not like that. Hey, so think you cute. Fuck them, bitch. Where they at?
Right. So like there was one time that it was kind of like boom, boom. I'm gonna send a picture. I'm gonna send my name. Like, you saw me from the car. We just need to meet somewhere and just blah blah blah. And we need to
what that makes sense, because the vibe was
right. That's why I said like
car, either yes or no. So yeah.
Then of course I've been in situations where we get to know each other and it's like over time. But then now that I think about it, in the situations where we get to know each other, usually for me, we don't even send news, because like it usually leads to us seeing each other in person somewhere along the night or whatever. We
don't need the prerequisite because we're gonna see it live soon.
Exactly.
We don't need the,
I don't know why
we don't need math 101
right now.
Right.
Like basically, y'all could be having date night, and by the end of date night, you might get your dick grabbed and told, I just want to see you nut.
Oh, okay.
After date night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then shit, she could be walking out of Walmart and hollering at somebody's cousin. And next thing you know, you get a text message and she just want to fuck, or she just want to give you some head. So hey, go for it.
I need time of the difference.
Shit, and like you said, you were saying earlier, I don't know who was on camera saying it, but sometimes people dig into the friend bag or whatever. You might have somebody that you probably didn't even look at like that. But even now, I know in quarantine, shit, you might be looking at somebody and both of y'all might be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna fuck. We're gonna have sex. Like, we just gonna do it or whatever. We'll give it a go. My thing, if you grown, always make sure consent is there. And you get consent by talking, by having a conversation. That is how you get consent. So my whole thing just rolls back around the conversation. You just don't fire off a new, I don't care who it is, like, you have conversation. And if y'all gonna make it do what it do, y'all grown, then hey, go and get your rocks off. Go and get your nuts. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the time frame, it's up to you. And it's like, that's why I said with consent. And that's where the whole thing rolls into the time frame. Because if you're not comfortable with a guy, you're not about to give him consent to your body. So all of it rolls back around to conversation. You have to talk to people. And like you said, Jay, read the room.
Read the fucking room.
Please.
Please read the room.
Because if she just want to meet you for coffee, or he just want to meet you for coffee, you ain't finna whip your dick or your titties out and be like, okay, let's get it. And they just looking at you like, what the fuck?
I thought
Well,
we were ordering blueberry scones.
right. I know it's not gonna work.
Right. No, I feel that. I personally have been in situations where I have sent photos first, but again, read the room and knew that it was like a I desire type situation. Like the situation was I desire, skip the shits. But I've also been in situations where, like you, Miss Venus, where I've received things not asked for nor desired. Now that, and see, earlier I was like 2010, that Southern girl, that's wild. But then I think about it and I'm like, bitch, Southern back in those times was fucking wild. Like, cause I think back and I'm like, when I first got to Southern and started meeting people,
oh my God.
people would meet me and everybody would have to exchange numbers with everybody.
Which
and
now
I would just
get shit.
Right.
Now that you say that, it finally fucking hit me.
We all had to exchange numbers with all of our brothers.
Roger, if you watching this shit, I'm gonna cuss you out the next time I see you, nigga. I'm cussing your ass out.
For the okie doke.
Right.
He set us up for the okie doke.
I'm cussing the nigga out.
Not convinced us into a prostitution ring, but anywho.
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was giving.
They thought we were fresh cattle, but we were actually the wolves.
Prostitution ring, honey. Southern had a lot going on, y'all. They had a lot going on. So there was a lot of brothers. I'm not gonna say a lot. There were some.
It's a lot of
and
prostitutes.
once the numbers were exchanged, just started sending things. I was like, huh? What's going on? Like, okay, that's great. And then not all great things. So for me, sometimes it's like, it's the confidence behind what you have sent, and you shouldn't be. Why were you confident to send this to a person? And I'm not even speaking on like dimensions. I'm just speaking on like, this isn't flattering for anybody. So why would you send this to anybody without any like initiation of conversation?
No, like what's not flattering, and I had to get my roommate, my first roommate, and I had to let him know, if somebody is inviting you over for pizza and to chill at 11 and 12 at night,
Baby,
it ain't for the pizza.
it ain't for the chill.
Somebody trying to get some fucking going on. Don't you take your ass over there.
It ain't for the chill.
Mm-mm.
Because we know all too well
About that pizza and chill or that come over text. Because that
it's
time
at midnight. Bitch,
all three of us was in the room.
What are we doing at midnight?
I mean, phones ringing back to back.
And we all sitting there because we not the type of bitches to gossip. So we all sitting there and it was like the phone is going, the phones is going off. So we kind of looking around the room like,
somebody.
Hold on, how what's DC right now?
And without saying anything, we just all would be like, oh, okay. Well, bitch, who's going tonight?
You make us sound like real prostitutes.
You working tonight?
Right. You working tonight? Girl, I can't go.
Send my regards.
Listen, it was a setup and it really did used to be like that. And I think maybe what it was is everybody was so excited because it was like college, freshman, sophomore year. people were just excited to be out of their parents' homes. Excuse
I
me.
wasn't that damn excited to be at the prostitution ring. Shit. Leave me alone.
No, we were bamboozled. We were bamboozled.
Right.
We were led into a situation without a full understanding of the situation.
And Roger out.
It be like that sometimes. And I feel like when a group of people interact that way, it gives them the motivation to interact with everybody they meet that way.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that dude that sent you that nude, maybe he had been in situations and circumstances where it was appropriate for him to act in that manner. So that's all he really knew. Because he may have thought, oh, every freshman girl is a slut or a whore. Maybe that was his initial thought. Just like in that group, I think the initial thought was every new person that was in the group was looking to receive something else outside of, learning how to tie ties and write resumes. So I'm just saying, honey, because that shit was foolish. And we were all so different. Our little posse of people, we were all so different, but we'd be getting the same messages from the same people. And it's like, bitch, what? Do you even know what you want? Because how you want him, and me?
Shotgun messages to see who bites.
How you trying to pass around the friend group? Like, what is it giving?
Just pass around.
And bitch, 3 of us could not be interested at all. So it's like, why? How did we get here? But it be the confidence. Usually the confidence has been egged on by somebody else or a series of people, usually in situations where the people that they fuck with deem themselves less than. So it's like, oh, he talking to me? Oh shit, he talking to me. And then that fool get the, mindset to act any kind of way because he think everybody is like, I mean, y'all know how, I ain't gonna say that man's real name, but y'all know how Burning Fletch used to walk through campus and everybody would just fall to their fucking knees, get close to the burning Fletch that never stopped burning.
Oh, you said Burning Fletch. Got you. Okay.
You know how everybody just wanted to be in close proximity of the everlasting burning bush from the Bible. So, he moved in a certain way because of that. But then when he would meet individuals that were like not with the shit, the attitude would change, which is kind of what happened with our friend group. People,
it would be no personality.
Think something, and then the situation would change once we started talking. It's like, you can think Ashley's cute, fine, whatever, but you're not gonna approach her disrespectfully, especially if we're around. Even if we're not around, you're not gonna approach her disrespectfully because it's just not her vibe.
And furthermore, you never knew when one of us was not too far. So nigga, we might not be over here, but we can clearly see. We know what's going on. And we got like our girl is in our periphery over here. We ain't paying her no attention.
Always know what's going on.
But with Miss Phoenix, it was always like, it was an outburst. Like you don't know somebody was finna get
touched me that night, though. He was grabbing me that night. That's why I told him I was gonna cut him. And I was serious about that. I don't take that big. I didn't grow. I don't resort to violence anymore, but you walking out of a place and someone constantly grabbing you, you like, okay, I'm not with that. I'm not like that. Don't do that. And you're like, oh, you feisty. I'm about to be feisty. Yeah, I am.
You tried it.
Shot send or not.
Right. But I mean, I think that's why our friend group was so different on campus because it wasn't like, oh, I'm finna kiss these people ass.
Exactly.
You a senior. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Either
you supposed to be a senior, bitch. I don't give a fuck.
Either we cool with you, we gonna have a conversation, we gonna speak to you, or we just not gonna fuck with you.
We not gonna
I
fuck
didn't
with
even have a conversation. It was very much freshman year. Can you buy the drinks or not?
you. Girl!
It was very much.
Y'all, it's not even us trying to give ourselves too much. It's just simply
No.
it's simply the facts. It is simply the fucking fact. Like, we really had such a diverse group of people in our friend group. Whatever the environment was, we were good. We were good in any environment, but the kids used to still try to try us. And then when they figured out they couldn't, you know what it is.
But you would have people in those environments that you would see them turn and look like, oh shit, they trying the wrong ones. So I ain't gonna say shit. I'm gonna just stand here and I'm gonna let them do it. And after we get whoever that is together, then they'll walk over and be like, I don't know why y'all did that to them. Y'all was wrong for that. And be laughing and smiling the whole time. Like, bitch, you saw that shit coming.
Because Nay talks so loud. Not excuse me, girls, with the hair of wool. I was like, first of all, Nay, you got this long, beautiful hair. They mad. They hot. They hair nappy.
Well, they didn't give
They
a
done
fuck.
let old girl in the dorm do their hair, and it's not a pop.
Like, it
It's
just,
not.
it just gave what the fuck it gave. We didn't take a lot of shit from a lot of people. And that's not like braggadocious. It just was what it was. And I think that's a lot of that is because we were very comfortable in the people that we were at that time. Granted, there's been a lot of growth, but at that time, it wasn't like we were just walking around like, oh, poor me. Like,
Right.
we were very comfortable and confident in the people that we were and our friendship. We were comfortable in our friendship, like very comfortable. It was never gonna be I slept with your man. It was never gonna be I slept with your girl. It was never gonna be any of those type of things. And I think people thought they could just come in and just do what the fuck they wanted to do and not get checked for it. And that's just not how we were rolling. Like when we were all getting random ass texts at midnight to come have pizza at somebody's fucking, I'm not gonna say the establishment,
I'm not even hungry at night. All the greasy food.
or the apartment. Let's just say there was an apartment and there were 4 squares that connected a living room. So we would get invites to stay in environments, and we'd all just be like, bro, do you think we stupid? Like,
really?
You think you want to teach me how to tie a tie? Bitch, it's 1:30 a.m. We're about to go right now. Like, where are we going and what are we doing? And in certain situations, some of us played into the game just because funny. And then some of us had to really check motherfuckers. Like, okay, you overstepping your bounds.
Right.
Like, I know what you thought, and that's cute. But no, you overstepping your bounds.
I don't like you as a person. I'm sorry.
Right, and there's no recovery. There's no recovery from that. None. So I guess don't be sending people news they ain't asked for. If they want it, they'll ask. And if they don't ask and they want it, that's their fault. But don't just be meeting somebody and there's no vibe of like nakedness. And you just sending your body. Because it be seeming a little rapey.
Too much.
Right. It just seeming
like
a
I'm gonna take it.
rapey.
I feel like he did me like Ronnie did Diamond. Just like, you gonna give it to me, I'm gonna take it when you sent that picture. And it was very aggressive.
A little too aggressive.
So yes, don't send unsolicited pics. That's not a good look on you.
It's not cute for anybody involved. Because even if I was into it, now I'm thinking like, bitch, now he just thought I was into it. Not didn't even ask me my name or nothing. I just assumed that I was with the shits.
And I'm the type, I'll sit back and think, well, shit, if you just show off, your shit to me like that off bat, well, goddamn, who else you doing it for? So then I'll probably like, take the situation serious.
Shotgunning
Right.
everybody in the phone.
everybody in the phone.
Because clearly you had it saved if you text 3 minutes later. Like you didn't just go to the restroom and take a picture.
No.
So you have that saved and
This
you
is
send
your
it all the
stock
time.
go-to. This is the go-to image. This is the go-to erection. Got it, bitch. This is the one from 7 months ago. Got it. Okay.
Not the 7 month. Oh.
This is the one from 7 months ago that you still sending out to everybody. Like I don't know. I don't live for that. And even when exchanging it with people, sometimes like the illusion of is more impressive than it. Because it's the vibe. Because it's not like, no matter who you are, well, let me not speak for everybody. Like you said earlier, girl, a penis is a penis is a penis is a penis. So, bitch, they all do the same things, honey, just at different speeds and different rates. But they all provide the same service. So if there is no connection that's drawing me to the situation that's attached to it, then girl, this could be anybody or anything or any inanimate object.
That's true. But that's where the old saying come from. You a fucking
thing. Shit.
Pretty much.
That's what the old saying. You a fuck anything walking.
Yes. Very that.
Yeah, like that.
Slow
down, young dragon.
We don't be doing that. Like, there has to be some type of appeal to the person. Any type of appeal to the person. Just some type of appeal to the person. Because if not, bitch, these are just body parts.
Mm-hmm.
And bitch, with the internet, I can see any body parts that I want to see at any given time.
And I think what's been kind of disassociating me with like the feel with nudes. I mean, I work in healthcare. So all I see is naked bodies. You know, I've always worked in healthcare. Even when I was in college in the military, I worked in healthcare.
Right.
So it was pretty much naked people all the time, sick and all this. So I don't want a naked picture. You know, different
the body,
different folk. So
it's just the body.
Yeah.
And the body's gonna work how the body works, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like T.S. Madison say, bitch, I ain't trying to judge nobody's identity. I ain't trying to call nobody's identity out. But bitch, if a dick can get hard, it can bust. bitch, if a dick can get hard, it can bust, baby. And that's just the truth. That's just the way the body works. That's just the tea. That's just the tea. So you being a random ass person sending a random ass photo of your body, genitalia, that might not do the same thing for everybody. Mm-hmm. Just like you shouldn't approach everybody the same. When you start, when you want to meet people, you're trying to date people, everybody don't deserve the same approach.
Yes.
Hey mom, what's good? Everybody don't work with hey mom, what's good?
Right.
You have to finesse it a little bit. Everybody is not the same. And that's what I mean when I'm like, read the room. That's just the skill that I feel like everybody does not have. Oh. And it relates to so many different situations. I'm not the type, well, I used to be the type back in the day where maybe like what's good used to really ascend me, bitch. I would ascend based off of what's good from the right person. Used to really fucking ascend into the heavens, girl. Girl, now what's good? But you texting me.
I got an attitude.
Right. Right. Immediately have an attitude.
Oh, attitude.
What you like? What you mean? What's good?
Be able to wait.
Like this isn't dialogue for me. Like what's going on? And I feel like when you get older, they really move into those spaces because it used to be like, bitch, somebody buy you Waffle House 10 years ago. Oh shit, this nigga bought me a waffle, whatever, after the club or whatever. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, I bought all your drinks tonight. Good.
Okay.
Congrats.
I mean, I could have stayed home and just drunk on my own bottles too. But...
Right.
Or I could have bought the drinks. Like,
That part.
or I could have bought the drinks. Honey, don't come to me with that kind of foolishness that y'all used to give back in the day, because y'all used to really give foolishness back in the day. Like he was saying, not pizza in jail, girl. Not the pizza from the fucking Stone's Throw that I can go buy, bitch. I can go buy the
Stone's Throw
Stone's Throw
pizza just
pizza.
wasn't even ordering.
And then meet somebody while there, because Stone's Throw used to be popping.
Did.
I could be the whole
Stone
dinner
used
at
to
the
be
Stone's
popping,
Throw.
yeah.
You know, every time I was in, I was fucked up. Every time I was in there.
That was the only way to be here. I think that's the only reason we liked the food.
Yeah.
That was the only reason we liked the food, honey, because it wasn't like she was so good.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that she was greasy and that we was drunk when we got in there.
Yeah.
Girls, cannot think of that chick's name.
From
Just
Stone
remember, she
Throw.
said something about my shoes one day, and I said, "Girl, you can step outside," because she's been making comments all year, and she would not come outside. I was like, "Sis, I'm gonna take it easy. Come on."
I remember her because she was
We stay in Bully together, not
light-skinned
together,
girl,
but you know, in the same
because she used to
dormitory.
always wear
Bully.
Jordans all the time. She was like
She
Tom.
did, yes, little tomboy, and she was just like, "Oh, look at your shoes." I'm like, "I wear flip flops and sandals, whatever."
Right.
Wait, I'm trying to
I remember that.
visualize. Who is this?
Think of her name, but I did. I told her, I said, "Girl, just come outside," and she would not come outside. I was like, "You silly girl." No, I'm not. I'm dead serious. I just don't have to yell at you to fight you.
Like shit all night, girl. Come outside.
I mean, because she knew what time it was.
Well, surely.
They just come out. It's
We didn't play.
you talk.
We did not play those type of games, girl. I don't know what it was in the water or what the breed of person was back then, but we just all knew we had each other's back and we were not for the shits.
Nothing to talk.
A night,
Real story.
we met another friend, another person that's in the friend group. I'm not gonna say no names, but they know who they are. The first time we met that person, and we were ready to bang, fight, beat down, demolish, curb stomp. like it was like, you're real disrespectful, you're real rude, you're real aggy.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reasonable thing to do is fight. like the only reasonable thing to do is really just to fight at this point, because I don't want an apology, I don't want an explanation. I just want to bang. And that was really just kind of that was the energy. That was, again, reading the room.
Right.
The person read the room wrong when they walked into the room. Like, I don't know if they thought it was just the regular Mox pussy assholes, but I think that's what they had thought, that it was like, this nigga again and some more, Mox freshmen. Here we go. Mm-hmm. No. No. Mm-mm. Not the regular.
Class.
We want to fight. This was before Black people were really doing therapy heavy. It was like, I want to fight.
Buddy.
Yeah.
I feel disrespected, and I feel like if I don't fight, you're gonna do it again. So.
Freshman year here, Royal Rumble in the fountain. You remember that day everybody was jumping at the pole, fighting and stuff? It was cold. It was like December because they was doing like the freeze challenge or something.
They had a lot
so everybody just started jumping. All the freshmen in the freshman quad started jumping in the water, wrestling and stuff. They can have it though. It's too cold.
Girl,
I stayed over in Century Park. I stayed where the gates were.
He did
stayed in the hood
over there
where it was cheap.
Keller and Gary over there with Keller and Gary.
Oh, but and then I actually gave up my spot.
You did.
For Gary's fiance. Love you, Pam, wherever you are in the world. I love you.
We love Pam.
We love you, Pam.
Sure.
We do.
We love Pam.
We love Pam.
That was so funny.
Pam.
Because we was moving, at one point we was moving Pam all around campus with us.
Pam stayed with us for a minute. We had her.
And Pam was nobody's student of Southern.
We would just show her to our RAs and be like, okay, well, this Pam. Come on,
right. Pam. This is Pam.
Because I try to get in trouble, I get caught. Like, girl, I already is asleep and drunk. She not coming out.
Girl, and Gary used to be upset, honey. Like, y'all hang out with Pam more because you trifling.
Right. It was like
You trying to do a lot of people in our friend group. It is giving very much disrespectful. Because
Very much.
Gary has some things going on, honey. And then once T had been peeped, like it was like, oh, we know T. like we know T. You was trying to masquerade like you was trying to go after such and such, but it's like really you're an equal opportunist, honey, for anything. Got it. Work.
Very much.
But you know what? I mean, we should have known because it was like fresh out of Miami.
We should have.
Fresh out of Miami.
It was giving very Miami vibes.
But you know, it was, now that I think about it, it was a shift when they reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
It was a whole shift because
he did
and at night, and he didn't want to go in. He just looked so sad.
It was after Q Delta, there was a shift.
Mm-hmm.
Very much.
Q Delta got him together.
Yeah.
He thought we really how do I put this? We really gave him what he thought he was ready for, and then he wasn't ready for it.
Right.
He wasn't ready. It was like, oh, so you want her? Okay, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am. And then you had all these, well, Pam. Oh, so now it's Pam. But while you was flirting with the girls and grabbing on the girls when Pam wasn't around and saying little slick shit when Pam wasn't around.
Y'all remember that night? I think we hotboxed and remember we went to a stone's throw and we saw Pam, but we didn't see Gary. And we all was side-eyeing the hell out of her in line. And we let out loud, hey, Pam.
Because we loved Pam when she wasn't around Gary.
Sweet. That's sweet.
Hey, Pam. And it was like, girl, how are you even here, girl? Not on campus by yourself, girl. Not a student, just moving around campus, girl.
Dorm to door.
Door to door, honey.
Didn't we tuck you in hours ago? What are you doing out?
Like you were not supposed to be walking around campus. Who's gonna get you in?
They did try to put them to sleep.
They're here all night.
Gary thought he was sleep and said, oh, I'm gonna go lay down with her, and then when she goes to sleep, I'm gonna come back out and hang out with y'all. What? Not put her down like she was a baby. And then come back to hang out with us, honey. And then Pam would wake up like, where are you at?
And had to go right back with a sad
face. Right back.
You had your little powwow.
That part, I think that's probably what saved us from a lot of bullshit, honestly. It was just the connection that we had. Saved from a lot of bullshit. Because if we wouldn't have been as strong as we were,
well, if we had more,
kids probably would have really tried to bamboozle us.
Honestly, if we didn't have more, we probably would have ran a prostitution ring. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Absolutely.
We could have.
Absolutely.
We could have had clients and everything.
Some people were definitely doing things for a coin so we could go to New Orleans. Right. There would be several times in the week to be like, well, y'all, I'm going such and such. I'm going place to place, but I'll be back for the weekend. It was giving very if y'all haven't watched the movie Zola, go watch Zola. It was giving very Zola even way back then, but we weren't dumb though.
Right.
Like nobody was coming in the group just like fucking over us and causing division. Don tried it, did not work. Because Don chose confusion. and we were not team confusion.
Wasn't he? What's that Pokemon name that sit with the spoons and just be like confusion? Did he try that shit on us? And we all looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
Honey, not trying to put us in the second place.
Right.
Like, Don, give it up. Like, give it.
No.
We peep the game. Give it up. Say what you want and do what you want and stop being so coy about it. Like, let's move on with the process. Girl. And it happened a lot. Well, mostly Miss Phoenix, because we knew the tea. Because Q kept them hoes in check and out of our face. We never do them hoes names, bitch. A couple of them we knew, but we didn't say shit because we were just
because what was the point?
Like, he gonna lie to us if we go to him about it. So
Right. It wasn't
he gonna lie to us.
It wasn't serious. So no.
And I was the same. I was absolutely the same.
Because you know
the information to give.
Miss Phoenix, her and E. Kane got this
private investigators,
friend exes and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring everybody around them because they nice people and people like them. So you can't bring people around them.
Hello.
But with you and KD, you know, it's like, well, them niggas ain't gonna remember who the fuck that was.
Absolutely not. I don't remember facial structure.
So we call and be checking out too much.
Right.
Especially
3 relationships ago.
I thought her name was such a such. You remember her name? Girl, how did you do that?
Right. When I broke up with her, you were supposed to break up with her too.
Like, we don't remember them. Bitch, we don't remember them. I'm sorry. After every episode, memory wiped. Bitch, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. Miss Phoenix and E. Kane did not play those same games.
No. Oh, you remember so and so from 10 years ago? We just left lunch.
Like
what?
Like who?
They were nice people.
I remember when now we just moved into Kikian, but you know, this is what we
Jesus.
do, y'all. This is what we do. I remember when Q first came
right.
together, was going through a rough situation with a girl.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But you know what? I'm glad.
But after that, Q was like, but I'm not telling y'all my business. And it's that on that. And I was going through a situation nobody even really knew, child, because that was my business. And we didn't really get into each other's, we protected each other, but we didn't get in each other's business.
Mm-hmm.
Unless some fuck shit was going on. Because Don was on some fuck shit.
Therefore, because I was ready to get the conversation. Think he my type, be called. It was very much college.
Girl, he was tall and dumb. Tall and dumb, honey.
Right.
Tall and dumb.
Girl, no substance, girl. It was just tall, and that was it, honey.
That's it.
And then we could have been having Chilean sea baths for that.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yes, for the Chilean.
Oh my God.
Fine, honey. But we never knew any of Q's business, but we didn't really care to know anybody's business. None of my business, because we didn't really care to know each other's child. I would go out and it would be us, and then especially if Anthony was with me, which everything was on the table for everything, honey. Everything was on the table. It was giving very much Studio 54. Everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything is an option. Everything has a play sign on it. So let's go. But we didn't really, I never hung out with anybody around y'all that I was fooling around with at the time. I just didn't do that. There was like a couple of people. And
people
one
like
of them, he baked us brownies and trapped us. So that's not
Oh shit, I forgot about him.
He used to bake us brownies, honey.
You know what? He was a good man, Jay. Married now. You
like
married now. Right. We did like him.
Y'all did, and it was annoying as fuck, but
we decided to go over.
y'all loved him, honey, because he was trilingual and all these other things.
Remember, he was teaching us different languages and stuff.
He was definitely teaching y'all French.
I
Right.
like him.
I was like, oh, he's a good one. I'm like,
I'm gonna go to Paris.
I tried to get me to get married back at 20. Like, girl, he is the one. He is the one.
Don't we butter him up? He's the
He
one.
know friends.
Let him do one thing wrong. You need to leave him.
You gotta go.
You got to go.
You got to go. Honey, he is a good man. He was a good man. He was a good man, but he had a lot going on. Too much for my fragile body. I was like, dang! It's too much going on. These other whores can keep it, honey. No, ma'am. I'll buy out gracefully, honey. Y'all can have it. Honey, I'm not in the race, honey. Y'all can have it. But it was only him and then Frank. But y'all only knew Frank because of the situation that led to almost whooping ass.
I don't even remember him, but
and I don't even think y'all ever met him. Y'all just knew his name. He was also tall, girl. He was giving 6'9" Tall and black, girl. But we didn't really get into each other's business like that, but we protected each other. Mm-hmm. But y'all, thank y'all for watching. Any other discussion as far as like nudes, when to send nudes, why not to send nudes, your opinions on nudes, or whatever else, because nudes can go into lots. It doesn't have to be a pic sometimes. Sometimes that boomerang will get you together.
Right.
So you gotta, I would say this is my closing remarks. If you're gonna be sending nudes to somebody, solicited, of course. Mm-hmm. Creativity. Creativity. Because there's so many Google images that we could just search for just regular dicks with dirty ass backgrounds. Like there's just so many, honey. It's the BBs around the nuts, honey. It's that's not attractive. It's the lack of care for your lawn, honey. It's the lack of care that's not attractive. It's like it's given there's an odor, honey. It's giving smell. Like you really need to pay attention to the things that you send, unless the person that you're sending it to wants that vibe, honey. Maybe they like musty dick. That's not everybody though.
Well, I ain't gonna kink shame. If you like musty dick, you just like musty dick.
Some people do, honey. There's a difference, honey. It's like, oh, I just like the way a man smell, like after he finished playing basketball or whatever. Okay, girl. Pheromones and must, two different girls.
Thanks.
That is not what's attracting you.
Different girls, honey. Two different girls. Pheromones just stepped off the court, but also took a bath right before the game. Like that's the kind of tea. That's the pheromones, honey. Must, honey. That's a whole different ball game, bro. That's an odor that is undesirable for most, and there should be some cleanliness. So when you're sending the pics, you've been sweating or whatever, and now the sweat is dry, not attractive. If the sweat is still sweating, okay. But now the sweat's dry and it's white and it's giving clump. Like I don't. How did we get here for the dry white stains on your body? Like, how did we get to this space? Y'all, just be creative and think of it as you sending how many times you take your selfie so you get the best selfie. Think the same for your body parts. Let's highlight the things that are good and try to minimize the things that aren't. Those are my closing remarks.
And also, if you are the person, if you are a person who does revenge porn, just don't receive porn. Don't receive pictures. Don't receive nudes.
It's not for you.
Or you will get sued or shot. Okay.
Or shot, depending on how that person is feeling.
Exactly, honey. Because if something happened, let it go.
That part, don't be mad.
Did you dirty. Okay, that's fine, but that gives you no right to give something that they gave you to you, and then you give it to everybody else. That gives you no right to do that.
To me, that's equivalent to, well, his penis was small, that's the same. It falls in the same category.
It's
Like y'all still fooled
definitely the
around,
same
whatever.
category. It's definitely the same category. And yeah, the niggas with the small penises, girl, angles, girl. Angles, 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 angles will set you apart from the common. Because certain angles are for you and certain angles are not for you, honey. If you're giving above tees, nope, girl, that's not for you, girl. Girl, that's not for you, honey. No, man, there's only a couple of people. I'm not gonna say a couple of people. Certain types of people that can give an above angle and it gives the T. Like for some of you, it gives. Well, now I'm looking at your feet as well, and you didn't think about that, did you? You didn't think about it when you sit there.
Not to put lotion on.
You giving me all it is, but I see your feet and it's not giving. The floor is not giving. Do we mop? All right. Got it. Right. Why does the carpet look so compact? You ain't changed it in about 15 years? Got it. Like it's
You know, one episode I'm gonna give y'all. Well, I'm gonna give the men a new picture taking tutorial. Okay.
because y'all be wanting the girls to do all the things and pooch and poke and perk. And girl, y'all be sending just
And you just
dirtiest,
no,
nastiest, most ill-lit. And it just be like,
selfies. Just selfies of your face. Smile. You ain't got to send me no picture looking like you.
oh, like what prison y'all on?
it's giving prison sentence.
Oh,
Now
It's
we get
giving-
pictures. Don't
it's
send me a
giving
picture
horse.
that's crazy. I'm gonna beat you in 3 months. I'll beat you in 3 months.
Girl, it gives very much.
Stop.
That's what it gives very much. Jody. That's what Jody would have said.
yeah.
It gives very much Jody, honey. But Vian Reigns, oh, bro. Okay, so
That's right.
what I had to say. Q said what he had to say. Miss Phoenix, you closed it out with your remarks as far as nudes go. Great conversation, girl. I mean, it really led us astray, but
Right. I'm here
great
for it, dog.
conversation.
I didn't even have to take a break.
Southern real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Took me back to Southern quick, fast, in a hurry, honey.
Ooh, and now I'm running out of that memory. So
Okay, so moving right on into the pits. Let's get into the pits and let's get ready to close out the show. I have 2 pits right off the bat. EK and KD pits.
we love y'all though. But pits.
We just talked about no call, no shows. It's giving no call, no shows. Pits.
We did.
But we get it. Y'all be having busy lives and things of that nature, so we get it.
I'm calling HR.
You better say, I need a written statement as to why you missed it.
The real question is, are the flights booked?
Well,
Or are the tanks ready to be gassed up? Like, what are we getting?
Honey, I'm already packing.
we'll be there.
Girl, I'm just waiting on the shorts to arrive. Okay.
I'm already packing. I started today.
Ready, honey. Ain't we ready?
Ready.
What
My
else?
kids.
Do I have any
Boosie Boo
else?
went on a Breakfast Club and attempted to articulate his opinion on Lil Nas X, which I kind of get what he was saying, but also, I mean, you do promote like hypersexual activities with amongst your sons, even at a young age. So I'm not comparing guy on guy with guy on girl. However, if you're going to address one situation, do not say that that is the cause for the destruction of the community and not address the other. Because now you got hypersexual guys who cannot even conduct a conversation without it being just so super sexual. So let's teach the boys self-control And then you will have to worry about Lil Nas X being on TV because your son can simply turn it off.
I think when you have paid for your son to get oral sex, and I don't even know if it was full intercourse, when you pay for him to get that from an older woman when he was underage, sir, that was a crime. And you get on there and you talk about, I'm looking out for the kids, man. We need to protect the kids. You weren't thinking about the kids when you was going through your murder cases. You weren't thinking about the kids when you were talking about the dope that you was slanging, the money that you was making, robbing, and all of this other bullshit. When you had them two red balls kissing on the back seat, you weren't thinking about the kids then. So I'm just trying to figure out, sir, when did you start advocating for children? When did you become Blair E. Batson's hospital?
More so that you had a staple song, Two Red Bones Kissing on the Back Seat. Like, that's still homosexuality if you got an issue with it. Like, I'm not gonna do this bias thing like it's more acceptable for girl on girl. I'm not doing a bias thing. I just feel like if you're gonna address one, address two. And I think that's why I can't respect Boosie's opinion. I don't wish any harm on him or anything, but I just feel like he needs to educate himself instead of going on public platforms and just making ignorant comments, because you have yourself a very public life. So 2 and 2 is just like, do as I say, not as I do. And that's basically all I'm getting from Boosie.
And it's also giving, well, if the things that they watch are gonna make them gay, bitch, why isn't everybody straight? I'm confused.
I was just
I mean, they
about
watch drugs and stuff too. That's not like I'm a drug dealer.
Bitch, all the movies and TV series that I've watched and loved throughout the years, bitch, they have no gay content in them at all. Bitch, why am I not pounding puss daily? What's going on? If that's all it takes, if it takes a MTV Music Awards, honey, to turn me one way or the other, oh girl, I should be dicking down girls like it's nothing, honey, specifically white ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just not, it never made sense. It'll never make sense to a logical person. Because I think back to when white people had to have been feeling like after slavery. And you know, a lot of people may not want to put themselves in that position as far as mind frame. But then when you have these types of conversations happening, it's like, well, you have white people that viewed Black people as slaves. So to see them hoes in grocery stores touching fruit and shit that they had to touch as well, probably felt very fucking disgusting, and they probably felt very violated. But see, we don't have to put ourselves in those positions because slavery's so wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to the white people of that time, and even today, seeing Black people in certain situations disgust them because they feel like we shouldn't be there. It's imposing on their space. Yes?
Right.
So for you to be like, oh no, fuck that, but then also be like, it's just too much for us. They're just shoving it down our throats. And it's just, girl, we all love the movie Belly, but there were no gay shit up in there, but there was lots of like fucking and things of that nature with heterosexual shit, and nobody was screaming or shoving it down my face.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, all the movies and songs and music that we've always liked forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, bitch, I've never said, bitch, I'm so tired of y'all shoving it down my face that pussy tastes like water, and I know for a fact that it does not.
Well, I mean, you just
I know, and I'm just like, I've never said you're shoving it down my face. Bitch, if I want to listen to it, I'll listen to it. And if I don't want to listen to it, I'll listen to it.
But my thing, quit. Okay, y'all sound like white supremacists. Because
yes,
like even to this day, you will have white supremacists say, okay, can y'all please quit the affirmative action agenda? Can y'all please quit trying to shove diversity down our throats?
Me too, me too.
Same thing. It's like I'm listening to one thing happening and everybody over here can understand that. But then once we push them to the side within our group, it's like y'all are trying to do the same thing. And how are you going to try to act like the people that we just got together? What do you mean?
And the kids thing, it's like you don't care.
I don't care about the
And
kids.
the only reason you're doing that is because they once did that towards us. That's where you got that from.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing that over from Jim Crow. You are bringing that rhetoric over in the community and don't even have an understanding of what it really means. The kids. So you think your kids are dumb enough, number one. That tells me that you know that you lack the skill to raise a child if you think that your child is dumb enough and that you have not instilled proper teachings in a child to think that they're going to see something and that's the lifestyle that they're going to live. Bitch, I didn't grow up to be a fucking Muppet or a fucking Sesame Street character, ho. Like, we watch shit all the time, bitch. Part of like, I don't even know what the term is, but I just feel like cognitive intelligence is being able to separate shit into spaces where it belongs. I love horror movies, but I don't live in a horror fucking movie. I just like watching the content. I love women, bitch. I love watching Megan shake ass. At no point in watching her shake her ass, though, do I wish I could insert my body parts into hers. Those thoughts never cross my mind. I'm just liking what I'm seeing. So when you be saying like for the kids, bitch, your career is not of the kids, bitch. The reason that we know who you are and call you Boosie, which is not your real fucking name, is not of the kids. Bitch, you had us rapping shit that was not for us.
We're back in high school.
Yeah,
kids. That year when it came out. And it was a huge wave of girls coming out like they're just now identifying as, you know,
or whatever girls, just like what Boosie said, the boys will like it if I kiss my friend girl, or the boys will like it if I lick on my girl, and those girls may not even be gay or had no mindset to be gay, but the mindset was, ooh, a nigga will like it.
And honestly, Boosie's music did have a huge influence on that entire wave that came out, because at first it was just like middle school. For me, I'm 29 now. It was middle school, and then high school. It was just like, okay, all of these people who were heterosexual in middle school are now so open. But of course, it was like majority of the girls that were open and stuff like that. And that came after his song came.
Of course,
right.
It's like the entire way. So he's responsible for a good bit of the same thing he's arguing about. The only difference is that
homosexuality.
Right, like girl, you bought us here, bitch. Nobody told you to tell us that you had two red bones kissing on the back seat. There are still songs that come out today that hype up the illusion of lesbianism in a space of acceptance. Today, men are still writing songs and rapping them with the mindset behind it that two women interacting sexually is attractive and acceptable, and nobody is talking about for the kids. I'm just like, bitch, fuck them kids, because that's how you really feel, is fuck them kids. Do you have a garden in the backyard, bitch? Are you teaching them kids how to grow vegetables? Are you feeding them kids organic fruits and vegetables and shit, bitch? Are you making sure that education is up to par? Or are your kids still in school learning fucking American history with no fucking Black people in the history books? Like, what is it? What is it, girl? You got your kids at school fucking dissecting frogs and sheep and pigs and cow intestines, but also at the same time learning that Black people didn't exist until slavery. And that the Egyptians, bitch, were damn near white, bitch, even though the sun was beating down on them hoes, bitch, the same way it was beating down on them hoes in Ethiopia. Is it for the children? bitch. Are the children the future hoe? Like, choose. I would rather you just stand firm on the fact that I don't like gay people. Just stand firm on it. But you feel
And
like,
actually,
but
people
you
just
feel like
let
you
out, come
did
out
that.
and say that will be fine. Like,
That
then you
would
will
be
articulate
fine
your point, because we
for
know where
us.
it's headed.
For
We know
us,
what
it
it
would be
is.
fine. But see,
No, the
now
funny
you worried about your bag, and now you worried about the white people that's giving you your bag, how they gonna feel about you making such a statement. The baby, honey. I'm sure management and the record label is not excited about all these fucking canceled ass events that he cannot go to. I'm sure they're not pleased with that, and they're trying to be like, let's move past this. You shut your ass up. We still have money to make off.
That's basically what it was.
We still have money to make off you. Shut up.
Right. You're in the contract. So
You're under
Be
contract.
quiet.
yeah.
Cease. So it's like when y'all be talking about for the kids, but y'all don't care about the kids, and watching anything gay is not going to make your child gay. If your child feels more comfortable with themselves after seeing a representation of themselves, it's not that make them gay. They just feel comfortable being themselves because of something that they saw. That's all that is. And that's facts. And I can speak on that from personal experience, honey.
Right.
I
And
still watch straight porn to this day, but I'm not looking necessarily at the rural world, but I'm looking at the content. I watch movies all the time, movies that I've always loved. Fucking loving basketball and shit. Bitch, I can't play basketball, bitch, and neither am I straight. But I still love that fucking movie. So what are you? There is no grounds in what you're saying, and you know that, but you're scared to say you're homophobic because you also are worried about your coinage and your acceptance among the world. And you know that one thing that the white gays and a lot of the white executives in y'all's industry are gay, honey. You know they will pluck your ass if you step too far over into the lane of homosexuality. You know that.
Clive Davis himself, head of the music industry, is bisexual. So
and y'all know this.
Of course you were told to shut the fuck up.
Shut up, sit down, simmer down, collect your coins so we can collect our coins. Some of the ones y'all love the most, honey, gives very bad teas. Y'all live for Whitney Houston, girl.
But Whitney loved the one.
Robin was lying? I don't think so, bitch. Whitney was living her best fucking life because she had the access to do so. And y'all live for her.
And you know,
Martin Luther King did not do it alone, bitch. It wasn't just Martin Luther King, and some of them hoes were sissies. Like,
look,
you have to choose a side, bitch. Choose a side. Choose a side.
And it's been here for a while because Aretha Franklin daddy allegedly was having orgies at his church. Sometime all male, sometime all female, sometime mixed. Well, the church was notorious for this, but it's one of those things that we as a community, we try to, I guess, sweep under the rug and we don't want to talk about. And we like to pretend like it's not there. But just like you said with Miss Phoenix, I think you said if you just come out and say it, just say you don't like gay people,
just say it.
Like we would know where you stand. And honestly, to show you how you goes hand in hand with white supremacy, if you just come out and say you don't like niggas, we gonna know where you stand.
Move around, you right?
Move around.
Right. Same thing. Come out and say you don't like gay people. We know where you stand.
Stop trying to be
Move around. Your fan
correct
base
because you a hood nigga. Why would a hood nigga try to be politically correct? You don't have to be politically correct because you are a hood nigga. Yes? So why are you standing on the fence while also trying not to stand on the fence, honey? Like,
and you have nothing for us to cancel because if you did, it would have been done. But I mean, clearly, I mean, you are a hood nigga.
It's no tea. You gonna raise your kids how you raise your kids, but stop making it somebody else's fault. I'm just saying, like, my parents, especially my father, honey, not really have some of the same rhetoric, not to my person, But I was picking up on what was being put down from very early, and I still turned out the way that I turned out. The only thing that changed, honey, it could have been a complete loving process through all of that, where it was a lot of resentment for a lot of years because of that. And our relationship is still slightly strained because of that. Because I haven't forgot. He may have forgot, but I haven't forgot. You putting your kids in the same predicament, hoes. Y'all putting y'all kids in the same situation, telling them all this shit. This is nasty, this is dirty, you going to hell. But this you can do, which is still bad, but you won't go to hell for this because it's straight. Bitch, what in the teachings? What is going on in the teachings?
Who knows? But y'all,
what is happening in the teachings, honey? Because a lot of y'all sons is coming into the world. If Southern ain't teach me nothing, Southern taught me that y'all mothers and y'all fathers that think you're sending a certain type of person out into the world, that person is not the same person as soon as they're not around you in your teachings. And I know that for a fact. I'm talking preachers' children, honey, in church one day condemning homosexuality, and the next day I can't really hear what they're saying because there's a choking sensation.
There's a dick in their mouth. I'm sorry. I just could not let us end without saying. It was right there.
I mean, you had to say it. The truth is the truth. Did you have anybody else to throw in the pits, Miss Phoenix, girl? Because that's a good one, honey. I'm just ready for that nigga to shut up and just raise his kids.
He was the one I threw in the pit.
No, that was gonna be mine.
Yeah, but I had just happened to see that interview, and I was just like, yeah, I get what he was trying to say, but at the same time, I would have just flat out been respecting him more to just say, this is, I don't like it. I personally do not like this. And
I
that's
raise my
fine.
kids this way because this is how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Which you have the right to do because you're children. But just say that. My parents raised me the way they raised me because they grew up in the church and they grew up with the Bible, and all they knew was what they knew. And I have gotten verbal confirmation of that. And I'm at peace with that. I would not be at peace with that if they had said that. I could feel that, but I need you to verbalize it and say it out loud so I can know that you understand it.
Right.
You raised me based up on some toxicities in the way you were raised. It was all you knew. Okay, well, just say that. Instead of trying to make me feel fucking crazy. Just say
right.
it. And I feel like it would be better if a lot of these rapper dudes out here just say what it is. But it's interesting to me that they won't, because money. So you care about your money enough to know where your words should land, but also you're so firm and you so hood in how you feel. You cannot do both, bitch. You can't be fucking Oprah and Candace Owens, bitch. We gotta choose a lane. Bitch, we gotta choose a lane, bitch. We can't do both. Because the gag is a lot of the fags is buying y'all's music. Bitch, a lot of the fags is singing y'all songs and y'all know it. Y'all been at concerts. Every person in your fucking audience is not female, and you know that.
And the baby knew that, but I don't.
Right, every person in your audience is not female, and every person in your audience is not straight, and you have to know that.
And see, that's my thing. He knew it. He was aware of it. I don't know where the fuck he was going. Right.
He didn't care until money came into play. Like, I'm fine if you don't care, but just keep that same energy. But it's just when the bag is touched, then it's, oh, I'm sorry. And it's the fake apologies and stuff. Because we don't necessarily, no one needs you to pander their feelings at the end of the day. So it's just like, when you say I'm sorry, it's like you're just sorry you got caught and it affected your bag. So I would prefer you just say what it is and let's move on. Just like, okay, it is what it is.
I mean, honestly, truly, I feel that way about a lot of things. I'm like, the words "I'm sorry" really don't mean anything, regardless of who they're coming from. Me personally, I apologize. I've been in too many situations where that means nothing. that means you want me to stop talking about the issue.
Mm-hmm.
That means you want me to move forward. It's not for you to move forward. It's for me to move forward. So you throw those words at me. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad. No, you don't feel that. You want me to shut up about the issue and not hold you accountable. Miss me with the I'm sorries, because the I'm sorries, I've used to hear my mama say this. That don't mean anything. You're saying I'm sorry means nothing if the actions right after do not change. And I mean immediately after. I don't want you to say you sorry last week and then it's 3 weeks before you start making change. Bitch, you went sorry 3 weeks ago.
And you double back on your comment.
You double back.
Like, just keep that energy. I was okay. I didn't agree with it, but I was okay with you doubling back and just be like, okay, this is what it is. But then you said you were sorry, and I was like, whoa. I would have preferred you take a Kevin Gates approach.
Listen, literally, I prefer you take the path. I prefer you take the path of most resistance, bitch.
Right. You like take Kevin Gates approach, man. I respect Kevin Gates just because, he's just straightforward and just tell you how it is. It's just like, okay, if I don't agree with it, I don't have to listen to him.
And there's no middle ground. And I live for that. I live for that. And I'm like, and he don't give a fuck. Because what he said is what he said. And in 1 minute, you can be like, I kind of ride with that. And the next minute, I'm like, this is some hotel bullshit.
Right.
But he be standing 10 toes down
on
what very much in the repeat saying, and the money and the other people in the situation don't dictate.
Like, I would take that over someone just issuing out apologies just because your boss told you to, because that's kind of how I felt what happened. Your boss told you to apologize. Self-made millionaire.
And it showed that you didn't mean it. Bitch, I'm sorry. I love all my gay fans. Y'all be fucking at the W.
Huh? Have you met humans?
Any of them. Have you met any humans?
Right.
Who's taking somebody to the W just to fuck, honey? Unless it's like...
Shit, not high, because the W is kind of high.
This is an escort type of vibe situation.
Right.
The escort is not... The W is not kind of high. But the W is high.
I'm going to the W. I'm enjoying my weekend. I'm
enjoying my stay.
Right, exactly. I'm getting most out of this goddamn room. Excuse me.
Like, no. So I feel you there, girl. Keep the sorries, girl, for somebody else, because those shits, it's like the older you get, the less tolerance you have for shit that you've already heard before, even if it's from different people. It's like, I've heard I'm sorry for this same type of situation. I know what this means. You sorry this week until I forget. And then next week, you're back with the same bullshit. Just stand on it, honey. We don't all have to like the same shit. That would be boring.
Right.
We don't all have to like the same things, honey. But stand firm, honey. Stand firm. Like you hoes that don't like eating the ends of the bananas but eat dirty dick. I'm confused. Because that's so nasty. Okay. I don't eat tomato.
Not this, I want this cup. Give me a plastic cup, please. But you eat dirty.
That, honey. I ain't put my mouth on a cup. Can I get a straw, please? Okay, girl. All right. Okay, but it's the dirty dick knocking back on heaven's door at the back of your throat, bitch. That you're not worried about. Got it, honey. Yes, honey, because you're covered in the blood. Work. But honey, yes, honey, it's honey, covered in the blood, honey. Paganism. But anyway.
Oh, we're gonna have so many groups.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Damn, we each gonna have to take like 2 groups.
For it. Huh?
I
Very
didn't see it,
good.
honey. They ate the
That was
flesh.
suntan. That was fun, honey.
Look, she already don't give a fuck.
Honey, they ate the flesh turned bread. I don't have anything to do with that. But yes, thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of the Pits Podcast. This episode, again, main topic led by Miss Phoenix. The topic of nudes, nudity, sending nudes, when to, when not to. If you have something to share, go ahead and drop in the comments on our YouTube page. While you're there, you also need to be subscribing, hitting that like button, turn on your notifications. Again, a new video every week. In a couple of weeks, it's probably gonna be some real special for the girls. You're gonna live for that. Follow us on Instagram, _pits_podcast. That will give you a link to every other social media that we have, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But again, subscribe, listen on wherever you procure your podcast. Go ahead and give us 5 stars, like, shit, comment, engage, okay? Like, engage. We cool people. Engage. With that being said, again, thank you guys. Do you guys have any closing remarks before we get up out of here?
Not really. Miss
A
Phoenix.
lot to say when we stop.
Don't you got a lot to say?
Right.
It's been real, y'all. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be back. We'll be back next week, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We do have one for next week.
Yes, we'll be back next week, guys. Bye.